This is the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, former TNA X Division champion and former TNA World Tag Team champion, and you are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast. Enjoy.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 27 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. Hi, I'm Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. And Dallas, we have another new opener with Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel. Christopher Daniels. We appreciate him doing that. But now we are entering 2003 for NWA-TNA Wrestling. 2002 was a mixed bag of stuff. But 2003 is going to be a wild ride. And I am living for it. How are you feeling for 2003?
Man, I am super excited to get into 2003. Like you just said, 2002 was really up and down. And if you haven't listened to it yet, we did do a 2002 year in review. We kind of recapped some of our favorite moments and some things we didn't like as much during the time off that they had, because we've had 2 weeks off of total nonstop action before this episode. So I'm definitely really excited. As we've mentioned previously, there's a lot of people that I think we both are very excited to see come into the company in this year. And I think shit's just going to keep getting crazier because that's how it started to end. So I think it should be pretty interesting.
We were graced with the presence of David Flair appearing to close out 2002. So that was like an early Christmas present.
Yeah. Well, we had the Road Warriors too. We had Road Warriors. We had
David Flair is a bigger deal.
Well, he is a Flair, I guess, right? So
he's also more relevant. He was on TV more recently than the Road Warriors, technically.
I guess that's a good point. That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm completely bullshitting it.
I know you are, but you could look at it like that, I guess. Yeah. Even though I didn't even recognize him because his hair was darker and like you couldn't really see his face at first. I was like, who the hell is this guy with an axe?
Well, he still has the rosy cheeks.
Oh, well, we got a good look at him nonetheless eventually.
Trademark him. What's your favorite David Flair match?
It's probably going to be one that we're going to see coming up if I had to take a guess.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't know. That's I don't even know if I can name one, and I watched a bunch of his stuff in WCW there when I did my rewatch of the end part. So I don't think I got one.
I can't believe that. His best match is probably against his father at Great American Bash 2000.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Although he did have a couple of good tag matches with the Mama Lukes too on Thunder with Crowbar.
Oh, there you go. See, he's got a bunch. You just got to go rewatch WCW from April 2000 through the end. Everything's great. It's a good watch.
Well, the Mama Luke stuff is February of 2000.
Okay, well, I didn't watch that.
He carried Crowbar. He carried Crowbar in a tag match.
Oh, I'm sure that's exactly how it went down.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
Yeah. Now, hey, before we go any further, Bob, I know we discussed it over on IcoPod actually earlier this week by the time this airs, but I think we need to mention it on this feed as well. The passing of Brody Lee. It's going to be about, it's kind of older news once this kind of airs, because this is January 8th when this goes up. But I think it needs to be said. We discussed in length a little bit more with our buddy Austin Skinner over there, but I just wanted to bring it up because I think that he means a lot to us, and as I mentioned before, he's kind of like one of our guys, one of our more local guys. He's from Rochester, New York. We are from Syracuse, so only an hour and a half away. And
well, you might as well just give him my address, Dallas.
We've talked that we're from Syracuse, but if you want, actually, I don't even know your address. I'd have to ask your girlfriend again, but
yeah, thanks.
It's the truth.
I don't know yours either, so it's okay.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, so I think we just need to mention that. And a lot of wrestlers have been doing a lot of great things. They're doing a lot of charity shirts. A lot of money is going to the family. That way, I saw Collar and Elbow post one. Obviously, AEW, all of his shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees, all the money is going to the family. CM Punk and Mick Foley have both said if you buy their shirts as well, that the money throughout the month of January is all going to the family as well. So
yeah, didn't they Tony Khan is like taking care of the family too, isn't he? Like
That's
legitimately taking care of the family.
that's what I have seen, which is really really great.
Yeah.
And you know they've made his like his son Brody Jr. like the leader of the Dark Order. He's like the honorary leader. He's -1. That's his number because he used to because obviously if you had the Exalted One, you have to have
Right.
-1 because his he's the heir to the throne, if you will. So they're doing some cool stuff over there, and you know I think that people donating all the money from the shirts and all that kind of stuff is really great. So I'd like to buy some myself, and I hope that other people will as well.
No, oh, absolutely. I plan on getting one as well. I don't often really get current day wrestling shirts, and to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have gotten one prior to his passing. But knowing that the money, I would assume all of it is going to his family and not like a cut of it to Pro Wrestling Tees or wherever that's being sold, makes me more inclined to purchase one to support that. And I mean, you got to give credit to Tony Khan for taking care of the family. I saw that they signed the 8-year-old Brody Jr. to a contract, which, I mean, let's say AEW is around for 15 more years. This could be potentially, with such a tragic and sudden death, turn into one of the longest storylines in professional wrestling history. The build of Brody Jr.
I mean, yeah.
To AEW. I would be 46 years old by the time Brody Jr. were to enter the ring potentially, and I could be like, holy shit, I can't believe the blow off. He's here.
We've been waiting for 15 years for this blow off.
Oh my God. I'll be telling my kids, that's Brody Lee's son. And they're going to be like, who the what? And I'd be the long story.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you listened to it. So it came out today as of this recording. So December 30th on What Happened When. Tony Schiavone talks
I did.
A little bit in length. And I read so many great things and stuff, but hearing Tony talk today was kind of giving me goosebumps when I was listening to it.
So I have an observation for you, and it gave me chills after I listened to Tony's podcast. So I went back and I listened to the AEW Unrestricted one with Brody. Right, it's a really good podcast. I should probably go back and listen to more of them. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess I wanted to hear Brody's voice and have him hear and sound happy.
Yep.
Well, during that podcast, Brody said that he couldn't finish his bike ride on a Peloton. Like he was out of breath. Like he was just gassed. And he didn't, and that never happens. That's what he was essentially saying. And then I listened to Tony's fucking podcast. And the guy's like, oh yeah, the next day he was sick.
Yeah.
And nuts. I think I saw a post about how he never couldn't finish a Peloton bike ride, like his workout. So it's like in that moment you're hearing, and I'm assuming is oblivious, doesn't know what's going on. But at that moment, it's like his body is failing him. You know what I mean? And is just casually saying like, oh, I couldn't finish it today. I think he was injured. So that could have been a contributing factor to it. But it just blew my mind. Because as I was listening to that podcast about Thunder with Tony, I was just like, oh my God.
That's wild.
Is so fucking weird.
No, that's really crazy. I don't know if I've gotten to Brody's on the AEW ones. I'm a little behind on those. So I might need to skip ahead just to listen to his in general. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was like, oh my fucking God. It was nuts. Yeah. Just to hear that.
Well, yeah.
Because I wasn't anticipating him being like, oh, I couldn't finish my Peloton bike ride. Like, okay.
Because at the time, like, oh, that's weird. And then, yeah, you have in hindsight, it's like kind of mind blowing.
And I know we mentioned it briefly too on IcoPod. Is Bruce Mitchell have anything to do with TNA?
I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah, because he's a real piece of work. He so Wade Keller, the runner of PW Torch, clearly has a conscience and some level of integrity because he took down the article that Bruce Mitchell published where he questioned the death of Brody Lee. And I'm laughing because it's just ridiculous that someone would publicly refute potentially the cause of Brody Lee's death. And I've said it on IcoPod. Realistically, it's no one's business as to how or why that Brody passed away. Really, anyone. I understand he's a public figure and there's a pandemic going on. But if I were to croak tomorrow, outside of my friends and immediate family, it's really no one's business. And even probably friends, it's probably none of realistically their business. But if they're close friends like you and Austin and my buddy LaFlair, people that I'm close to should know. So people in AEW, for instance, probably should know. Maybe a select few in AEW should know how Brody Lee passed away. But Bruce Mitchell was like, "Oh, I think it's COVID. I don't care what they say, really." And then his wife has said now at least twice that it has nothing to do with COVID. It's not a COVID-related situation. And Bruce Mitchell has now tripled down on his article. It's been published somewhere else. The guy just will not quit.
Well, the good part of this is not only was that article taken down, he was then fired.
That's right.
As well. So there's at least somewhat of a positive at the end of that, even though it is absolutely ridiculous. And he's becoming one of the biggest assholes in wrestling currently.
He's completely tone deaf. Like he doesn't get it.
No, he doesn't get it at all. And he doesn't care. And that's part of the problem.
100%. And there were people that were supportive of his article, like, oh, greatly written. Those same people should have maybe the same kind of fate as Bruce Mitchell. Maybe they should have, maybe not. I don't say maybe canceled by any means. I don't know that, but that should also. I saw Mike Mooneyham had praised his article being written like that, and it's.
I also saw Dave Meltzer and Mark Madden were kind of going at it because Mark Madden was calling Dave out for not saying stuff. It was a mess. It was it's like high school drama on Twitter between some of these people, and it's just like, come on.
Yeah. Brody doesn't appear in Impact or TNA at all, right?
No, I don't believe he ever does. And to my knowledge, he doesn't even have any like necessarily dark matches or anything like that. I could be wrong because I know a couple other local guys eventually had dark matches, but I don't think he ever does. I mean, I can try to look real quick, but which is disappointing, but needless to say, I just wanted to bring that up here. And the whole the wrestling world, including Impact Wrestling, even WWE, everyone's is telling great stories about the guy and saying their part. Because he was obviously even a greater guy outside the ring than he was as a worker in the ring. And I think that's important. And I think his legacy is going to go on.
I would hope so. He was one of the at my first independent wrestling show in June 2008 with 2CW. I saw Brody Lee, and I was instantly, that guy's a star. Just first glance. I mean, everybody on the show was about 5'8", so this guy comes out, he's 6'6" or 6'7" or whatever, and just his look of big rig Brody Lee, I was sold.
Well, and when he got signed to WWE. Mm-hmm. Eventually, when he made his debut, he had the same look. He was wearing the jeans. He had the flannel with the cutoff sleeves. He had the dirty tank top on, and it was just like, holy shit! Like, I just saw this guy in front of 300 people, and now he's signed to WWE, and he's the same gimmick. That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
it doesn't. So that was super cool to see. And then of course, obviously in WWE, we know how it always goes. Do I think he had a bad career? Not necessarily. I think him winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania was pretty fucking cool. So stuff like that I think is really cool. And then he wasn't used to his potential. Now he goes over to AEW. He's starting to have some phenomenal matches. I mean, the title match with John Moxley was really great. The dog collar match with Cody, which ended up being his final match, was a great dog collar match.
Yeah.
So, in being the leader, he brought legitimacy to the Dark Order, where people were shitting all over the Dark Order. And I mean, I like them. I liked them when they made their debut. But when you put Brody Lee with them, oh shit, that's the leader of this group. Okay, and then people were taking it more seriously. And then I'm behind on being the Elite, so I've been catching up on that. And the segments with him in the Dark Order are the best part of the show, where I'm watching right now. And so even stuff like that, I mean, they're getting more and more popular. So it's super unfortunate, and it's very sad.
Yeah, it's never good for anybody to pass away, especially very early in their life and young children. But I suggest that if you want to watch more of Brody on the indies, I know he was in Shakara and stuff like that. Try to hunt down some 2CW tapes. He had some that crowd atmosphere for Brody is arguably the best type of reaction for that character.
Yeah. If you can get your hands on some upstate New York wrestling, that's the good shit, because that's where he's from.
And maybe I do have some of that. I don't know. Maybe
you do. I don't know.
Who knows? It doesn't hurt to ask.
That's true.
People could ask me.
DM at Wrestling Recap on Twitter.
I need more friends.
Well,
if you need Brody Lee footage, just get in contact with me.
We'll talk.
I can't wait for my DMs to be flooded.
Oh yeah, dude, you're gonna get blown up.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, we've been gone for 2 weeks in terms of weekly pay-per-views. We did WWE Eruption.
Yeah, which was a show. There's probably 2 good matches in the entire thing.
Yeah.
So if you haven't listened to that bonus episode, go ahead and check that out. Crowbar and Sabu had one of the best cage matches I think we've seen in a long time.
It was crazy.
It was really crazy. I mean, there was fire, there was guardrails being. I mean, it was absolute tables, chairs, name it.
People
It was
literally double springboards off the top of the cage.
Yeah. So that match alone, and even Crowbar himself or Devin Storm replied that he was very proud of that match on Twitter.
He should be.
And he shared highlights and stuff. I made sure we retweeted that so people could check those out. So
I'm glad that he's talking to us as well.
Yeah, he didn't call us man children living in a basement again. So that was nice.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. And then we had a bonus YouTube video as well. I opened up some Impact Wrestling trading cards. If you haven't watched that yet, go ahead. Spoiler alert. I didn't get anything good, but
so don't watch the video.
Hey, it's still fun to watch. You never know. I mean, they're cool cards, but I didn't get any of the hits. By now, most of our listeners probably would have watched it. It was posted 2 weeks ago by the time they're going to listen to this. Right. So, but I did that, and I kind of tried to make the opening kind of cool. I don't know if you took a look at it yet, but if not, just watch the intro at least. I tried to make it look really cool with I actually added the video of Raven, of his video that we got from him for our intro in there and stuff like that. So I spiced it up a little bit, tried to make it a little exciting. And then after that was posted, we had our 2002 year in review episode, which it was just a conversation me and Bob went through. It was kind of like a Pro Wrestling Illustrated style award, kind of talking about our favorite moments of 2002. And there was some really great stuff and there was some really bad stuff. And we kind of deep dive into how many shows did we like, how many didn't we like, some kind of fun stuff like that. So it's definitely a good episode to listen to. So if you see that it's a review, don't just skip over it. Take a listen. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoyed recording both of those. And like you mentioned, it's an award type of show. You know, debut of the year, rookie of the year, whatever, most improved, most hated, wrestler of the year, such tag team manager, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We talked for a good bit about it, and you know maybe what we expect to see here in 2003.
Yeah.
Or what we want to
predicted.
See. Right.
Yep, for sure.
So when we closed out 2002, Sports Entertainment Extreme, if we've clearly have been told here, Vince Russo doesn't know how to spell correctly, because remember when he debuted, he said Sports Entertainment Extreme, brother, spell it out. And everybody knows that extreme starts with an E. So he was spelling C. But remember, it's X. So extreme.
Because it's wrestling, so yeah.
Right. And I was thinking about this earlier today. Realistically, Sports Entertainment Extreme is Russo, B.G. James, the Harris brothers, and then Daniel, Skipper, and Loki.
Yeah, and we've kind of teased that Sonny Siaki may join forces.
Siaki's on the ledge. He hasn't been official.
He's on the ledge. And we seemingly think that AJ Styles might kind of play a part in this.
Yep, AJ as well, because he attacked Jarrett.
Yeah, so he's kind of on that. We don't know for sure. We're left with a pretty good cliffhanger with that whole thing. So
I would assume David Flair, probably.
I think we'd have to assume, right?
Right. So my question to you, Dallas, before you get into the backstage news, stuff like that, and before I do the indie news, are we already oversaturating it?
I want to say yes, because it's a lot. But at the same time, I feel like they move quick on everything. And I think if we want to build up the sides, I think as long as we kind of tease some stuff still. Like the Jarrett thing drew out a couple weeks, and I think that was good. I didn't really mind Loki, Skipper, and Daniels coming back and joining, even all three all at once like that. I was fine with that. I think once we kind of start like, oh, now there's David Flair too. Oh, it also might be AJ Styles. Now it's like, okay, can we just pump the brakes a little? Let's kind of, you're taking the focus off the guys who just made their return and had one of the best matches of the year by throwing all this other stuff in. So I think as long as we kind of slow it down and even just tease some of that stuff for a little bit, maybe specifically like Styles. If we tease AJ Styles for a couple weeks, I'll be more okay with it than if we watch it right now and Styles comes out with him and he's like, "Yep, I'm part of S.E.X." So
yeah,
yes and no for me. I definitely know what you mean though, because it is a lot already. But when you look at the Harris brothers and B.G. James, who can barely win a match, you kind of need those X Division guys who at least I feel like are going to do better than the other three and are more interesting to watch and stuff.
I would have kept it or debuted it really as Russo, Daniels, Skipper, and Loki.
I think that would be better.
And maybe just kept it as those guys for a little while.
Yeah, I think B.G. James makes complete sense. The Harris brothers, you're really pushing it for me. B.G.
James does make sense to it because of like the Road Dogg background, I guess you can do it.
Well, that's the only reason it makes sense to me is because of his background.
Yeah, the Harris brothers don't scream edgy to me.
No, I think they're like the we look tough kind of guys, so they probably just wanted to put him there because how could you make the Harris brothers good guys, I guess?
Well, I mean, when they're kind of racist people, neo-Nazis, so.
I mean, there's that too.
That doesn't help case either. Well, I was just curious before we got into it, where you kind of stood with that.
No, I see what you mean for sure. And it was a lot all at once.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm going to predict right now that for the next, I'm going to say 4 shows, there'll be a new member of S.E.X. each week. Ooh. At least one each week.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think you could potentially be right about that, and that's kind of scary because that's a lot of people. And do we even have that many people on the other side, on the NWA side?
No.
So then do we have to bring in more guys for them too? I don't know. That's going to get real interesting real quick.
Well, I'm pretty sure at one point the TNA roster for a 2-hour pay-per-view each week is fucking insane. It ends up kind of being a huge roster at one point. So.
Well, might be onto something there.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
They cycle guys in and out, I think, but regardless, by the end of the year, it's over probably 100 people show up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. So we're gonna try to keep track, but I can guarantee you we are going to quickly lose track as well, which should be lots of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as Bob mentioned, I mean, we've been gone for 2 weeks, and you'd actually be surprised that there's not as much news going on as you'd expect. Now, that being said, I am going to be covering 3 different Observer newsletters, so it sounds like a lot, but it's actually not too bad. So let's, I guess, get right into it, and we'll kind of see what was going on in the off time. It should be fun. So on the December 30th edition of 2002 edition of the Observer newsletter, it's mentioned that Hermie Sadler wrestled again on December 21st in Wentworth, North Carolina, before 300 fans. This might be part of your stuff too, Bob, so sorry if I'm stepping on your feet here, but he actually wrestled Ron Killings again, but he used his old WWF name, K-Quick. And it says that K-Quick, who nobody in the audience knew, which says something about the penetration of the NWA-TNA, pinned Sadler and did a good job of carrying him as he did in their previous pay-per-view match. So it seemed like they had a fairly decent match for a race car driver against Ron Killings again.
Yeah, that was not in my indie notes for Ron Killings or anything, so that's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting one. So Dave does mention here that the final show that was on December 18th, the last time that we were around here, was one of the company's best shows so far. And the show itself got a strong response with the voting. So, what do you think, Bob? Did everyone like the show? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle?
I feel as if you're saying a strong response could mean either a lot of people watched it or a lot of people responded, or it meant, well, it means that, and they also liked it. So I'm going to say they liked the show.
Yeah, they did. I wasn't even going to make you guess at first, and then I just rolled with it because we always do. But
Tradition.
Yeah, 86% of the people, 74 voted thumbs up. Only 2 people voted thumbs down, so that was 2.3%, and 10 said in the middle, 11.6%. So very, very positive. And as we close,
I want to point something out to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the highest responses for the shows. Also features David Flair debuting.
Hey, you might be onto something with that.
There's a trend here. I don't know what is it. I mean, come on.
It's got to be David Flair. Everyone probably thought he was going to come out with Stacy, and they were like, "Wait, we got to watch."
Oh man.
So Bob, from last time, what do you think was the best match on the show?
The main event. It was Skipper Daniels Low-Key against SATs. Maximo's in red. That has to be it, right?
Yeah, that was easily the best match at 77. And the X Division Gauntlet, the number 1 contender match that Jason Cross won, came in second with 9. So it was for sure the main event, which we both agreed was one of the best matches of the year.
Yeah,
it was really good. I'm just gonna let's go out and say it here. The worst match was BG James versus Ron Killings with 55 because they didn't really do a whole lot. It was the street fight.
I was gonna say street fight.
And the 3-way tag team match was second with 19 votes. And that was so the only match that didn't really get voted on was Sonny Siaki versus Easy Money and Jerry Lynn, which was okay.
Yeah, that was very average, I would say.
Yeah,
I didn't like that was a 3-way. Because they've done that a couple times. Like Kid Cash was number 1 contender, and it was, oh, by the way, Jerry Lynn's gonna wrestle.
Well, it's like they don't have faith in the number 1 contender, so they're like, we got to get Jerry Lynn in there.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of a number 1 contenders match when you're like, oh, cool, you won it, but you're not getting a singles match. You're gonna be in a 3-way. It doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. So he does mention since they had the significant increase response. So he says, since there was no reason for the buy rate to be up with nothing strong advertised, it seems to indicate simply more people responded because they really liked it. And he says what made the show was largely that opening battle royal and the closing trios match. And I think this is an interesting point because he's mentioned it before, and it's like, are people not voting because they just didn't like the show, so they just meh, or not, or are people just not watching? This seems to indicate that when they like it, they're going to vote for it, and when they don't, they're probably just not going to waste their time voting for it. So it's going to have less responses.
That's kind of interesting. I feel maybe he's right, because I kind of feel when I enjoy a show, I'm more inclined to vote on something instead of being, if it's bad, I'm not going to vote for, oh, that sucked. And I'm going to tell you why it sucked. I'm going to be more encouraged to be, oh, that was great, and this is the matches I really liked watching. So I could see that.
Yeah, I think there's an interesting point, and I think I'm curious to see how it fluctuates from here on out. But we'll see what happens. Of course, as I mentioned, Jason Cross is now the number 1 contender for the X Division title, and he'll be fighting Sonny Siaki.
And who, right? It's got to be a 3-way then.
Well, nothing's announced, so we're just going to go with it until we start the show, I guess. But he does make a note here that he said this match is going to be a challenge since Siaki isn't much, which I think is a pretty big insult to Sonny Siaki. And he says, while Cross is acrobatic, he's very green. So he's really kind of shitting on the two X Division guys. I am interested to see them face off. I think we are going to possibly run into the same issue we saw Sonny Siaki and Jerry Lynn run into. But I think we'll just kind of have to see what happens in that.
I don't think Meltzer's far off with that. Siaki's not an X Division guy. Let's be real.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But saying he isn't much, I feel like, is degrading him more than he deserves.
At this point in his TNA career, I don't think in the ring he has been overly impressive. He's he's got charisma, and I think that kind of hides.
I see what you mean.
I don't want to say inability. His average wrestling.
I see what you mean, and maybe that's what I'm getting stuck with because I enjoy seeing him talking and stuff like that so much that maybe I'm blinded by that a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's what's kind of going on.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
he does have a nice finisher, but I think everything leading into that is very basic. Like,
yeah,
a guy coming out of wrestling school could probably do all that.
No, I know what you mean. I gotcha. Dave also gave that main event trios match 4.25 stars. I just wanted to point that out because that's a pretty good rating from Dave.
That's one of the highest ones. I think he did 4.5 before.
That was, I think, for one of the Linen Styles matches, if I remember correctly. And he does mention that they nearly created a star in Amazing Red, as the announcers were selling for his beating like crazy. Then Don West stood up on the ringside table and started screaming, "Go Red, go," which got the crowd going nuts for his comeback like a real sport. That apparently was Jerry Jarrett's idea, and he was the one who told West the spot to get up on the table. So I thought that was a fun note.
Well, that would begin really about a 7-year love affair between Don West and Amazing Red. So he is obsessed with Amazing Red. And there's nothing wrong with that. Amazing Red's great.
Yeah.
That might have been a bit over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, it was that we were so hyped watching that show, it kind of just felt natural. Like it was just like, of course he's going nuts like this and standing on the table.
He's excitable.
Which is so weird. Yeah, he's the excitable Don West, of course. He does mention here though that the negative in is that the place would have come unglued had Red actually won the match. Since Red was pinned earlier in the show, it wasn't a good idea for him to get pinned again. And so he goes on to mention that the deal is that when booking the finish, they had no idea the crowd would get this hot and figured going in, since Low-Key and Daniels and Skipper were returning, it would have been the first night for them under Russo that they should go over.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that makes sense too. And I think they still kind of did make Red a star. They have before. He's the kind of guy he's doing these really great matches, and he's like the underdog, and you want him to win, but he's just the underdog. He's not winning right now, which is, I think, where the place he's in, I think he's doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, I kind of think that wrestlers, especially underdog wrestlers, tend to become stars in defeat. 1, 2, 3 kid. I mean, the guy would lose almost every match and got bigger. Stone Cold Steve Austin lost at WrestleMania 13 to Bret Hart. One of his star-defining moment came when he lost a high-profile match. So I think in this situation that if Red were to have won, I don't know if it really would have mattered all that much. Maybe you could have had one of the Maximos get pinned, but if you're trying to build up S.E.X,
they needed to win.
You can't have them lose on the first night.
Especially when you made him come back so strong.
Yeah,
helping BG James and then immediately getting put into this crazy match. No, they needed to win.
No, and you go back to that first week where BG James was wrestling Ron Killings, and he lost in the chains match or whatever. Chairs and chain, right? Was that so that just makes the group look freaking idiotic.
Well, yeah, we were like, why did he just lose?
Yeah, it would be like the New World Order in July, right? Bash at the Beach, 96. No, we won't say that. At Hog Wild in August. Right. That's like the Outsiders losing to Sting and Luger at their first big pay-per-view match. If you do that, where do you go?
And why do we care? Yeah, well, why do we care? That
What
okay, well they
Lex
lost.
Luger,
Cool.
yeah, Lex Luger made Scott Hall submit to the torture rack. Okay, well these heels just lost. No, you have them come over. Now, in that situation, they continued it on for about 3 years and shouldn't have happened like that. But Sports Entertainment Extreme, realistically, I would, for the next 6 months, should be having no problem with the TNA roster to build it up. And then your second half, even it out. And then if you want to have it be a whole year in December, have your blow off and go into 04 or something different.
Yeah, I agree with that. As we mentioned already as well, of course, the Road Warriors made a save and made their debut, which is pretty wild because we did not expect that.
No.
And of course, they weren't advertised, so whatever they would have gotten from a box office of, hey, the Road Warriors are going to be here, we'll never know. But they did do like that 20-second promo in the back, and then they left the building right afterwards. They literally talked super quick as Goldilocks was like, hey, can I talk to you? And they yelled at the camera, and they walked out the door. Well, they actually did, at the show, tape some lengthy interviews with both the Road Warriors and Percy Pringle. So those will be airing on upcoming shows. So
would you, I would have advertised it.
We had too many surprises last week. Or a couple weeks ago, we had too many, and which I love. And now I kind of want to keep going because I want to keep seeing what's going to happen. But if you advertise those, more people would have watched to see it happen.
Well, I mean, at this time, I had ordered. I had only ordered the one weekly pay-per-view to see Shamrock and Ron Killings, because even when I was 13 or whatever, I was blown away by the idea of K Quick and Ken Shamrock. But if at the end of 2002, if I saw an advertisement where it's like the Road Warriors are going to be at TNA Wrestling, I like the Road Warriors. I would be inclined to tune in, just to be like, what the fuck are the Road Warriors doing?
Yeah, so
TNA Wrestling.
I think they should have at least been like, hey, they're going to be here. Don't say what they're going to do. They don't need to know. But
what do the Road Warriors have in store for TNA Wrestling? Find out this Wednesday.
And then if they come out and they get physical, whoa, okay, I didn't even expect that. I expected maybe an interview. Like, then I'd really be excited.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
And I would have also promoted David Flair.
Well, we already know that he's the reason that everyone liked the show. So
right, but just imagine if they had said, "Hey, the son of a legend, David Flair."
No, just say "son of a legend." Hype it up. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It's David Flair. No, people would shit all over that. That would not go well.
Yeah, that would not be good.
It's at least being talked about currently about taking Trinity away from Divine Storm and moving her to a bigger named act.
No kidding.
Wonder why they would want to do that.
I wonder why that would want to have to happen.
I couldn't guess.
She's fucking taller than the goddamn tag team.
Yeah, I mean, and she's obviously, when they do the matches, she's got to get her spot in because she's more entertaining, it seems. So
she's the star of the group. I can't imagine that Divine Storm it sticks around much longer, especially if they're saying, okay, we're not there. We have a star out of the three, so we're going to get rid of the two non-stars and move the other one to a different act, which is not a good sign.
Yeah.
It's like S.A. Rio. It's like Lita with S.A. Rios, right? I don't know if you're going to know the reference, but I'm sure there's people. She comes into WWF. She's with S.A. Rios, great wrestler, Mr. Aguila for the international people. And within probably, 3 or 4 months, they're like, okay, well, Lita's fucking over. We're going to move her to the Hardy Boys because the Hardy Boys are our best tag team. And then you have that trio proceed to dominate television for, 4 years probably. 3 or 4 years. One of the best acts in WWF history. What does S.A. Rios do? He gets fired.
Oh, there you
2001. So, come on. It's a trend.
We might see it happen. I wonder why I didn't know who Divine Storm was before we watched. We'll just leave it at that, I guess.
Yeah.
Kim Nielsen, of course, we know that her name is Desire, or as Dave mentioned, is going under the name Every Man's Desire. So even longer is how that's listed. She's with Russo, as we know, and is going to be put with Sonny Siaki. They did leave together on the last show. He does mention that basically every heel in the promotion is going to be hooked with Russo and every babyface with the NWA for the overriding feud. The idea seems to be bringing a, quote, surprise star a week to cut an anti-Russo promo.
Oh.
So, yeah, so not exactly what you were saying, but
okay, now
to cut a promo on Russo. Among those who are either expected in the early next year or being talked about to coming in are as follows. We got Terry Funk, Jim Duggan, Bobby Heenan, who's been rumored before, Larry Zbyszko, who's been rumored before, and Dusty Rhodes. So those are some names
I could see all those people coming in.
Absolutely. Why not? Have them come in and cut a promo. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Of course, Roddy Piper was there on the December 22nd show, and Dave says at first he said he wouldn't be going back, but later he said that he had been asked to come back and was toying with the idea. He was thinking about it. So he did claim that he realizes now that Russo did know ahead of time that he would be on the show, even though he was told Russo didn't know. I remember that.
I'm pretty sure Russo has said he didn't. Or wait, maybe he did know? He had to have known.
You got to, right? I don't know. It just seems weird for me to think that he didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he would. Yeah. Because when he goes in there for the promo, would he be going to a ring thinking that it was empty? I don't think so.
What are they going to be? Oh, hey, just so you know, someone's going to be cutting a promo on you. Just go with it. Like, it doesn't make sense. Hey, get out. Yeah, you got to get out of your car because you're hiding in the parking lot. And then go ahead and just go right to the ring.
Yeah, just casually walk to the ring. If you see a guy in a kilt, don't worry about it. It's not Roddy Piper. It might be Roddy Piper. Okay, he might say some stuff that will silence the crowd awkwardly, claiming that you killed Owen Hart. It'd be a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Because then he came out again in the show to do another promo.
Yes.
Right. Like shortly after. That's right.
Yeah. Who knows? We could pretend everything's a shoot and just go with it. I guess. I don't know.
Everything is a shoot.
Of course it is. He does kind of talk up Russo's promos, though. He does say, aside from him having a minor league look, and then he puts in parentheses, dressing like a bum on television. So he really doesn't like the way that Russo's dressed on TV, but it's kind of his look, the leather jacket and the jeans, like that's Russo's look. So
I was gonna say,
I don't know. I don't really agree with the bum on television thing, but I mean that's Vince Russo. So he talks about that segment, talks it up pretty good, and then they do mention when they were beating down Kurt Hennig, and BG James grabbed the microphone. Apparently, he started making fun of JR and like talking like he was Jim Ross. And he says that came off very minor league as well. I didn't catch that when we watched it, but I'd have to go back and listen.
I vaguely remember.
I guess I just don't remember what he said. I think that's what it was.
I think it was just like catchphrases.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, he did.
Yeah. It wasn't, He was like, oh my God, or whatever, you know?
Yes. That's what it was.
Which it's a shitty thing to do. I don't understand the obsession with poking fun at Jim Ross. I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just people, they don't know who else to make fun of. So they're like, oh, JR is over. Let's poke fun at him because everyone knows his catchphrases and shit. That's why they do it.
Yeah. That's what I'm figuring.
That's what I think. So they are claiming that the Australian pay-per-view deal that we've talked about recently is a flat fee being paid. It says that they are getting the slot that WWE left behind. So the WWE lost a pay-per-view deal, and now TNA is coming to take it in Australia. So this is enough to cover much of the weekly costs, apparently. So they're getting paid. They're not going to be getting paid per buys, just a flat. This is the money. He does mention, though, that the problem with that is that they will be in a position where WWE can snap its fingers and get the deal it had back, and they'll be on a bad financial footing almost whenever WWE wants them to be. Which I think is an interesting thing to mention there. So they could kind of just take that back if they wanted.
So they get a flat fee no matter what. So if 10 people, let's say they're getting paid, well, you said it's going to be covering weekly costs, and we thought they reported weekly costs is what, 100 grand, 200 grand?
I think at one time it was that. I think they've been trying to lower it, so I don't know the number anymore, but it's something. It was around that.
Okay, let's say the max is 100 grand. So if you're getting a weekly check from this Australian pay-per-view deal of 80 grand a week,
that's pretty good.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
especially when you think of it's being reported that they're getting less than 20,000 buys.
Yep.
That's insane. Now, if I'm the Australian group, I might be thinking, all right, well, if this blows up and we're giving them just 80 grand a week, we look like fucking geniuses because then we just pocket the rest of the money. But just foreshadowing, it doesn't blow up on weekly pay-per-views. So that I'm assuming this deal doesn't last very long. So yeah, that's just insane to me. I mean, of course, if I'm TNA, I'm fucking taking that deal.
Oh, absolutely. I believe we covered it in dark matches last week and stuff, but it's mentioned that Midwest indie wrestlers Eric Priest and Danny Dominion had tryout matches before the December 18th show.
Eric Priest?
Yep.
In 2002?
That's what it says, man.
What the fuck? That can't be the same one I'm thinking of.
Let's see. Do I have that written down? Oh, yeah. Danny Dominion defeated Eric Priest in a dark match.
Wow. Is that? No. It has
to.
It
might have.
It has to be the guy I'm thinking of. I've been watching a bunch of Midwest independent wrestling shows because I'm a nerd and that's what I do in my free time. And I see a bunch of Eric Priest and I am shocked that he got a tryout in 2002. That makes no sense. That's really baffling. Not that he's bad. I don't know in 2002. 2006 he's okay. For I've been watching, but I'm surprised that he got a tryout in 2002.
Well, it looks like he was trained by Ace Steel, so that might be how he kind of got that in, because Ace Steel is obviously still active in the company. So,
yeah. Well, I wonder if he gets a gig because Ace Steel has been treated like garbage since he came in.
Oh well, yeah, that must be why, right? No,
that's what I'm figuring.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the end of that Observer one. That's the largest chunk of our news. We don't have much else left, but we do have. Let's go dive into the January 6th, 2003 Observer newsletter here. It was stated that the Puerto Rican Wrestling Website Awards for the year listed Apollo, who we have not seen in a long time, but he was listed as Wrestler of the Year for Puerto Rico. And Dave mentions, haven't seen him as a regular in TNA. That sure doesn't speak highly for their wrestling. Which is quite the shot. But
no, yeah, he's definitely the baby face for the top baby face for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool. We haven't seen him in a while, but nonetheless, he did get that. So I think we might have teased it last week, and it was kind of brought up. But even though Bill Goldberg has said publicly he would never work for TNA because of Vince Russo, when he was specifically asked by someone in the company to see if he was open to the idea of doing a one-shot to cut a promo on Russo, he said he was willing, provided the money was right. And then Dave says, I'm presuming the figure he wants would be so out of ballpark for this group, so the end result is the same either way.
Get the fuck out of here. The most they're paying people was what, Scott Hall for $3,000?
He maybe made 35 at the height.
Okay, 35. Or no, it's not 30. Did I say 30 grand or 3,000?
You meant 3,000.
I meant 3,000, not 30 grand. So $3,500. Okay, if you presented that to Goldberg, hey Bill, we know that in WCW you were making $5-6 million a year, whatever. Probably worked about 40 dates a year. Would you be interested in coming in for about 3,500? We'll work. Maybe we'll expand it on more. Maybe we can go up to 4 if it works out. I don't know. We'll see. How's that? How's that feel? I think by the time he heard the
he'd be done.
He hung up.
Hey, you don't know, dude. He might come in.
Get the fuck out of here. There'd be no way.
Do you remember when in I think it was around 2010, 2011 or so, they were teasing him? It was like Hogan went out in a parking lot and there was like spray painted "Who's Next" on like a car or something like that.
Get the fuck out of here. They did that?
I can't remember the exact time frame, but I'm pretty sure they were like teasing like, oh shit, Goldberg might come.
Get the fuck out of here.
So
I can't wait till we get to that episode of fucking Impact Wrestling.
We can do
Who's next? It's not fucking Goldberg. I'll tell you that right now.
We can do a separate podcast on TNA 2010. It could be a whole different thing. It was essentially, It was essentially a restart. We could start January 4th or whatever it was. Monday night. It could be a side series because it would be just as outrageous as the shit we're watching right now.
That first show in 2010, about 9 months worth of angles happened in an hour and a half.
It was absurd.
What a train wreck of a show. And I watched that live. I chose that one over Bret Hart returning because I was like, I'm going to support TNA wrestling. I want there to be an alternative. And then about 20 minutes in, when Sean Morley made his debut, I was like, oh, I think I made the wrong decision on this one, folks.
Yeah, well, I watched it too. I don't know to this day if I've seen that Raw that they went against, but that's a different story for a different day.
I definitely ended up seeing the Bret Hart.
I probably watched that segment at least, but
yeah, that's what I did too.
TNA, I was watching.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Who's next? The fucking Goldberg's coming, guys. I swear to God.
I'll try to look it up later and send it to you tonight.
You have to. I want to laugh because I can see that. It probably did it end the show.
I'm sure they did.
And Hogan's in the parking lot. What, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, no, like, Goldberg.
Old man Hogan, who can barely walk, is like, what?
Walking into the parking lot with a cane. Who's next? Oh shit, man! I gotta get my win back. Hopefully he took that 3,500.
Yeah, good shit.
Get the fuck out of here. That's so funny. That's amazing.
Yeah, good stuff there. The only a match that was apparently announced for the show we're about to watch is Sonny Siaki and Jason Cross. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what's reported in the newsletter at least. So we're just going with it.
I don't know. I don't recall Don West saying anything at the end of last week.
No, I don't think so. I think we teased some stuff on our episode, but it happened 20 years ago. 18. Yeah. You got to be specific. 18 years ago.
And I'm pretty sure they have a trend of being like, oh, here's a couple matches. Also, it's going to feature BG James and Ron Kinley. He'll mention guys that will be on the show, not necessarily what matches they'll be in.
Yeah, so we only know that one match. Also, Adam Jacobs of Wildside is scheduled for a dark match tryout on the show. Also,
what the fuck? Adam Jacobs?
Oh, do you know him too?
Well, he had a Ring of Honor match.
Well, there you go.
Where are they fucking picking these guys on the indies?
Well, he's from Wildside, it said so.
Well, yeah, a lot of these guys I feel like it went through Wildside, but are they oblivious to other promotions and like the Northeast where all these major guys come through? Like, I don't know, Samoa fucking Joe. Like, are they waiting 3 years to bring that guy in?
Yes, we're waiting. Relax. You gotta wait. God. Because then when he comes in, it's hot as fuck.
Dallas, we need to do a side project where we rebook TNA, and it's just a fucking super indie.
Well, it'd have to be.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. CM Punk is the TNA champ. He's currently feuding with AJ Styles. Going great.
Yeah. Hey,
I'll tell you right now, BG James wouldn't be in it.
No. Hold that thought on CM Punk, by the way.
Oh shit. Okay.
So hold on, that's coming up in my next part here. But first, on the January 15th show, former WCW women wrestler Daphne will get a tryout match against longtime Southern indie woman wrestler Bambi. Although the plan is for them to use their real first names, which are Shannon Ward and Selena Majors.
So now Daphne's getting a tryout.
Yeah.
You know why?
Well, yeah. I guess I do.
Go ahead, say it.
Vince Russo.
No, David Flair.
Oh, I was thinking Vince Russo.
She is the Elizabeth to David Flair's Macho Man.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right.
Come on. Come on. Everybody knows
you're right.
That.
I know. Let us know if you didn't know that.
When you think of David Flair, Daphne.
I'm gonna
like Macho Man Elizabeth. I hope she gets a job, and then on January 22nd, she comes out on David Flair's shoulder.
To a pom-pom circumstance.
That's right. He's wearing a robe.
We're ready.
He's got a beard. It'd be great.
Oh my god. Anyway, others who will be getting tryout matches in upcoming weeks are CM Punk,
hey,
Anna, Chi Cruz, and Xavier.
Okay, I can deal with 3 of the 4. I don't know why the fuck Chi Cruz is getting a goddamn tryout. What the hell is that?
I think it's interesting because most of them have already wrestled, whether not in a dark match or on pay-per-view. So that was an interesting point because CM Punk's already wrestled live on pay-per-view twice.
He did?
Yeah, he had like a tag match in one of them, and they won. He won it, and then he was in like one of the battle royals they did or something like that.
Oh, I think okay.
Yeah,
that's right. Well, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wow, all right. I would definitely get Punk and Cabana on a regular basis, and Xavier's not bad. He should not have been Ring of Honor champion. That was a swing and a miss by Gabe Sapolsky. But as a mid-card, he would be the X Division version of Sonny Siaki.
Okay.
A legitimate. This guy does like a 450 off the top. He does some good shit. He's got a good move set. He doesn't have the charisma that Siaki has. As I just fucking spazzed out there. I don't know what just happened. But that, you know what? That could be an interesting tag team. Xavier and Siaki. Siaki can do the talking, and Xavier can showcase his in-ring skills. That's a food for thought. That could be fun.
Well, I only got a couple more things here, and then I'm going to be passing it over to you, Bob. So, nothing super exciting, but nonetheless, let's get here. We're on the January 13th newsletter now. And I know that, of course, is after what we were watching, but it does not talk about the show that we are watching because I think we mentioned it previously. The way he does the observers, it's kind of like you got to kind of go a couple weeks ahead if you want to know what happened like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So it's kind of weird. So nonetheless, another international deal was signed with Star World, which airs in Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Middle East, Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, and Thailand. And they will start airing on January 17th. So now what's interesting about this deal, though, is they're going to be airing shows on about a 7-month delay. And they will start airing shows in sequence. So he says, my God, those horrible dub segments will be shown again, which I thought was funny.
Oh, my God. From the beginning?
Oh, they're showing from first show. Now, the first episodes from June are going to be airing. They're going to air on 2 one-hour shows every week. The first hour on Fridays and the second hour on Sundays.
They're weird. Splitting up the shows?
For this, apparently, the Star World deal. I guess more people are.
Where is this being aired?
Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Middle East, Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, and Thailand.
Okay, so maybe with the format of the show, like maybe you could do that because like if you start off with, let's say, I'll use an example like a July show, 2002 show. I would assume, let's say, start off with Jarrett and Scott Hall in the opening segment. I guess realistically you could drag it out a few days or whatever to make them want to watch that second episode instead of in one.
That's true.
But there's been a lot of times where that first hour sucked.
Oh yeah.
So that.
Well, there's been sometimes the first hour is the better hour too. So
that's true. Yeah.
I think it's
those early ones, like the first 10 weeks or so. 8 weeks. Oof.
Yeah.
But Hong Kong, man.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Hey, got to mix it up. Someone's seeing it at least. It's reported here.
Again.
Yeah. I know. At least we don't have to watch on a delay, right? Yeah, that's what we're going to start doing. We'll start breaking up our episodes. It'll be episode 27.1 and then 0.2. And you have to watch both. You have to listen to both separate episodes, different hours.
Yeah. I think that's a genius idea. I don't know why we're not doing that.
Right now. We'll talk about it off air. We'll think about it.
Okay. First hour will be released on Wednesdays, and second one on Friday evening. Okay, great.
It's going to be perfect.
Yeah. It'd be horrible.
Apparently, Daniels was offered a shot at the WWE tryout camp to get a developmental deal. because he has so many overseas commitments, they've been using him here on pay-per-view or on a per-show basis in TNA rather than having him under a one-year deal, which most of the top guys are under. And they were also looking at signing Kid Cash.
Wait, who's looking to sign Kid Cash?
I read this as if it's WWE is trying to sign them, but I might be wrong about that. It literally just says...
The way that you worded that, it sounded like as if WWE was trying to get Kid Cash.
The way I read this is that's how I kind of look at it as well.
Well, Kid Cash would be, I think, a really good addition to the WWE Cruiserweight division. I've been watching a lot. I've been reviewing a lot of the Ruthless Aggression era of Raws and SmackDowns from 2002. And that Cruiserweight division is fucking real fun. Mm-hmm. And with like Jamie Noble and Tajiri and even Hurricane, I mean, they're really doing, Billy Kidman they're really doing a good job. So Cash being involved with that, I'm all for. Christopher Daniels is a guy too who would fit in that division
for sure.
I don't see why you couldn't do that. And I'm kind of bummed out that Jerry Lynn had gotten fired before that was kind of a focus. I know he was the light heavyweight champion. But if he was on SmackDown in 2002 with all those guys, oh my God, hit Edge and Eddie Guerrero, Ray Jr. Get the fuck.
It'd be nuts.
Whew.
Well,
that would be insane.
Speaking of SmackDown, my last note, it's just kind of a funny one that I just had to bring up because I saw it. And it is a note about SmackDown in Albuquerque. That was whenever this came out. So this is the same show that they did the wedding with Al Wilson and Don Murray. So
what?
It just...
Oh, that's at the end. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So this is...
I'm thinking about where I'm at watching it.
Yeah.
Late July. I'm like, what? Okay. You're right. Like December. Okay.
So it's just noticed that apparently they even went to the length of having Al Wilson wear a prosthetic penis to make it look like he had a hard-on through his underwear. And he says this gimmick was actually first used in TNA by the Hot Shots, even though they got no push and it was never acknowledged in commentary in any fashion. And I thought that was so funny that I had to bring it up.
Yeah, 100%. That just shows you that wrestling companies steal stuff from each other, even the bad ideas.
Exactly. So you got to do it. But I know that was.
You know what? I will give WWE credit. That is probably funnier than the Hot Shots. Al Wilson has a fake penis, so that it looks like as if he had a hard-on with Don Murray. The fact that he would need a fake penis to have that illusion is alarming, because I'd have no problem. Probably getting a bone for that gal.
Yeah, it's some funny shit though. But that's all I have. I know that was a decent amount there. It wasn't too bad for 3 observers though. But let's pass it over to you for some independent news, and then we will touch base on Explosion quickly before we start the show, and then we'll get started on the show.
Okay, so there is quite a bit of indie news here, as kind of I expected, because it had been 2 weeks. So get ready for an update here on some people. Easy Money, he teamed with his former ECW tag team partner Julio De Niro to defeat Masada and Nasawa at MLW King of Kings on December 20th. Kid Cash defeated 6-Pac on December 28th at 3PW's Year-End Mayhem. That's an interesting result, but way it goes, judging by your reaction to it, at least, Al. Here's another interesting one. David Young defeated AJ Styles at the NWA Wildside TV taping on December 28th. And then he lost to NWA Wildside champion Iceberg on January 4th, 2003. Tony Mamluke defeated Tony Stradlin on December 21st at the NWA Wildside TV taping. He lost to Rain Man at the December 28th NWA Wildside TV taping. And then he defeated Terry Knight on January 4th for Wildside. In case you're wondering, there's a bunch of Wildside taking place in this as well.
That makes sense.
Jason Cross defeated Gabriel on December 21st. He also defeated John Phoenix on December 28th. And he defeated Rain Man by disqualification on January 4th in a TV title match. And Rain Man was the champion leading into that. All those matches were for Wildside as well. Jerry Lynn lost to Mike Awesome on December 20th at MLW King of Kings. He won a 4-way elimination match along with Johnny Storm. And that match also featured Joey Matthews and Zebra Kid at XPW's Merry Effin' Xmas on December 21st. And then he fought James Storm to a no contest at USACW on January 4th. And that show took place at the fairgrounds. So that'd be a little interesting there. David Flair, who is clearly the biggest star in TNA wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Made his debut. He made his debut last show, right?
Yep.
Okay. After WCW, he had actually left. Wasn't shown on WCW. I don't think at all in 2001. But after WCW, he worked for WWE and OVW for a few months, with his last appearance being on September 1st, 2002. And then after his release, he wrestled overseas for EWP and ASW. That's like a England tour, and I think New Zealand, if I remember correctly. Kurt Hennig defeated Bruno Stassi to win the FOW heavyweight title on December 14th. Jeff Jarrett had quite a few appearances here. He defeated Ron Harris on Christmas for USACW, and that was a main event at the fairgrounds. I wonder how many people. I wonder how many people went to that show.
Yeah, I'm
Jeff
curious.
Jarrett, Ron Harris main event on Christmas. What kind of fucking present is that? It's horrible. He had a tour of IWA Puerto Rico, and he had 4 matches. He lost to Apollo in a stipulations match. I don't know what that means, but just a stipulation match.
There was a stipulation.
I don't know what that means, but he lost it on January 3rd for IWA Puerto Rico with Ray Phoenix. And no, it's not Ray Phoenix of today. He lost to Apollo and Glamour Boy Shane on January 4th for IWA Puerto Rico. He then lost to Apollo again in a 2 out of 3 falls match on January 5th for IWA Puerto Rico. And his final match on this tour for IWA Puerto Rico, he lost to IWA Puerto Rico Intercontinental Champion Glamour Boy Shane once again on January 6th for IWA Puerto Rico. Christopher Daniels.
I can't believe Jarrett went to Puerto Rico just to lose.
Every match.
That blows my mind. That he's trying to do business. He's trying to do business. Well,
here's the thing. I'm thinking Apollo comes back to TNA as part of S.E.X.
And he gets his win back.
He gets his win back. I'm telling you right now.
Damn it.
I won't be fucking surprised. That's exactly what happened. Okay, Christopher Daniels, he lost to Fuego Guerrero, which would also be amazing, Red, and Super Crazy in a 3-way dance at MLW King of Kings on December 20th. He retained the Ring of Honor tag team titles with Donovan Morgan over the SATs on December 28th at Final Battle. And on that same day with Morgan, he defeated the Ring Crew Express in a dark match before Final Battle. Elix Skipper, who we hadn't seen since October 23rd, which I didn't realize that until I looked it up. He worked an All Japan Pro Wrestling tour since late November. And you want to take a guess at what his name was for that?
I don't even know what I could guess. Was it just like Skipper or something like that?
No. Extreme Blade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell that meant, but it happened.
Didn't expect that one.
No. I was like, okay, why is that his name? But that's what they went with. Low Key, we hadn't seen him since October 9th. And he's been working a lot for 0-1 since that appearance. He's wrestled guys that I can't possibly announce. He's also was involved with like Steve Corino and guys like that. He wrestled American Dragon, Samoa Joe, and Steve Corino to a 45-minute draw at Ring of Honor's Final Battle on December 28th. And his last match for 0-1, or one of, I think maybe second to last, really, but he defeated AJ Styles to retain the NWA UPW 0-1 International Junior Heavyweight title on January 5th for 0-1. And that is all there is for the indie news this week. So now as we continue on here in 2003, I said it kind of in 2002 as well. It's going to get real busy because a lot of indies will use, especially the X Division guys, all over. So I feel like over time, it's just going to get more and more lengthy. So get ready for that.
Cool. Well, let's just talk about Explosion real quick. There's only a couple matches, as there always is, and then we'll get right into this show. So on the last episode where we covered the December 18th show, we did cover that Explosion that happened on December 22nd. That was when Derek King fought Eric Andrews and Rick Santel fought Chris Gatlin. So we did already talk about that one. I cannot remember if we discussed Explosion number 13, because that was broadcast on January 4th, 2003. So we might have not mentioned this one. So it was Ace Steel and David Young defeating Chris Vaughn and Johnny Slaughter, and Danny Dominion defeating Eric Priest. So that's where that match came from. And then the Explosion that was taped on the show we were about to watch, so on January 8th, it's Explosion number 14. It aired on, Explosion 14. It aired on January 11th. It was, I can't get the results. You need to know who won. It's CM Punk defeating Colt Cabana and AJ Styles defeating Adam Jacobs. Now, we did have one other dark match before the show we're about to watch, and it was just listed in the Observer as Chi Cruz defeating a question mark. We don't know who it was, and I couldn't seem to find it. So he just won a match.
He won. Who cares? He just beat somebody.
Yeah, but see, this is why, if anyone in Impact Wrestling is listening, first off, fix my fucking subscription, first off. Right. Secondly, for Impact Plus. Secondly, I want to see CM Punk and Colt Cabana fight in 2003 at TNA. Because why is that happening? So show me the match. You have it somewhere.
It was for Explosion, right?
Yes.
So they should have the footage for it.
Well,
it seems like an obvious thing to at least put on their Facebook page.
Well, I'm sick of waiting for this shit, and I'm also sick of my subscription not working. But I'm working on fixing that still, and when it works again, I'll be sure to let you guys know.
Oh my lord! What's the over under for your account to be fixed? Because we're at what, probably a month now, right?
Oh, we're well over a month at this point, my dude. I've already I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. It's either like you fix it or give me my money back. Like something needs to happen.
Yeah, because you already paid, didn't you? You prepaid for the year.
Well, I'm the idiot. Yeah, I prepaid for a year, and that's my issue with it. If I paid month to month, that's a different thing. But you get the deal when you do the year. You get like a month free.
Yeah, I had seen people saying, "Oh, I've had no problems with it through Fight TV."
Yep, I did see that. So if I do eventually figure something out, if I do resubscribe, it will probably be through Fight TV.
Yeah, that might be what you have to do.
It's the same shit, but
yeah. All right, so let's get this on the road. I'm excited for at least the next year of TNA wrestling. We'll see how the rest of it goes here. But it's time now for the January 8th, 2003 weekly pay-per-view. Number 27, technically, right, Dallas?
It is technically, yes, number 27. Right. I'll talk about it when we start. I'll say it when we start.
All right. If you want to watch along, hopefully you have your Impact Plus app through Fight TV and not through the actual company, because that's not working. Or maybe you have it in your personal collection. I'm going to count down from 5, and when I say play, hit that play button, and we're going to see just what TNA has in store for us in 2003. So here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Here you go, November 20th, 2002. We're getting some flashbacks, and here's Mr. Wrestling 3, showing, obviously, him hitting Ron Killings, costing him the title. Eventually, we know it's going to show in a second that it was Vince Russo.
The music they're using for this sounds like it's from Jaws. At least the beginning did. That was weird.
The beginning did. Oh, now we have that weird horror music that sounds like you're in like a scary castle in the 30s.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say before we started, I I had a feeling we were going to see a recap and stuff. So my goal, I have a new goal as we dive into 2003. And that is to get you to renumber your your NWA TNA pay-per-views on WrestlingRecaps.com so they're the right numbers. That's my goal.
I mean, realistically, I could do that.
Oh, I know. And we've talked about Bob's website before. Once again, it's WrestlingRecaps.com. It is actually a really excellent source to look at show reviews. And I'm not just saying that because he's my friend. I actually do go back and I look at these TNA shows when I'm making social posts and stuff like that. I mean, it's a really good resource. Now, is Bob's opinions from 10 years ago still relevant? Well, sometimes you'll see if you listen to the podcast and you read them. No, he changes his mind sometimes.
I sure do.
But that's how it goes.
That's bound to happen.
Exactly. And here's Roddy Piper and stuff. We're getting a recap. Well, also, before we hit the arena, Bob, we have 1,000 people in attendance tonight. So not bad for our first show of 2003.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
450.
I'm definitely going to slip up at some point and say 2002. So I'm going to apologize in advance. And hopefully I won't make any typos on the episodes when I post them as well. It's just like when, we're coming into the new year here.
I was just going to say.
It's going to be the same shit. That's what happens. And, as we're still getting a recap, now BG James, we're going 2 minutes in. I hope everyone had a really a safe New Year's and stuff. I think we mentioned that even last week because technically the last one was on New Year's Day. So if you listen to us on New Year's Day, thanks for listening.
Yeah, hopefully you were hungover. Safely.
Oh, safely hungover. Hopefully weren't in too big of a crowd. Didn't catch that new really cool strain of coronavirus from the UK.
Yeah.
I can't wait to... I'm going to get so messed up on sparkling cider, you're not going to believe it.
No, you already did.
I already did. Well, I definitely gonna. I have 2 bottles, but I had 2 bottles of sparkling cider on New Year's Eve. Can't wait. And donuts.
Your stomach was probably bubbly.
Oh yeah. The holiday season's not good. I've been eating it like shit. That's okay. That's all for fun. Okay, here's AJ Styles, Bob Armstrong. Here's when they all attack Kurt Hennig. We're going on over 3 minutes now.
Well, I kind of understand why they're doing this because we haven't seen television for 2 weeks.
No, they do need to do it. They do. It's just like when this episode's drops, you're going to see posts that it's recapping what we already saw, and that's kind of how it had to be.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that they destroyed the set. Yeah,
so they cut down the signs, and then they destroyed everything, really. And then, of course, they'll probably show it here, is that Vince Russo took an axe to the sign. And now, we've noticed it in the background and stuff before, but I think we're going to finally see the famous TNA logo. I think we're going to be seeing it at this show. I'd be pretty surprised if not.
Well, then you say that you had noticed even the poster.
Yeah. There was the poster that was talking about, it's time for a change. Vince Russo's Sports Entertainment Extreme versus Jeff Jarrett's NWA or whatever.
Yeah, and didn't you buy it off eBay for like $75 or whatever?
I did not pull the trigger on it because I had this weird thought that I might already have it. So I had to go through some stuff. I come to find out I do not have it. I have a different advertising poster for when they were going on Spike TV that I'll share one day.
Okay.
So I thought I actually had it, I was like, wait a second, I can't buy this if I already have it. That'd be stupid. Why would I do that? Instead, I spend $200 on accident on figures from the UK. But you know what? We all have our vices.
On accident?
Well, I told you I spent $130. It was actually $200, and I didn't know that.
You didn't know the exchange rate?
No, dude, it lied. eBay lied to me. I didn't know it was that until I looked at my bank account. I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, it already shipped, so I guess there's nothing I can do now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that's dangerous, man.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. I still got it for a better price than where else you could get it. Hey, here's the Road Warriors. I wonder if we're going to hear that interview this week. That should be fun.
I can't believe we're going over 5 minutes of a fucking recap video.
We better not have a lot of segments in this show. Although I kind of been enjoying the segments, so I don't know.
David Boy, the star of TNA.
There he is. That's the Macho Man. Oh, he hits that with him with the axe handle. Why would you?
This is basically the Savage Steamboat storyline where he jabbed him in the throat with something.
Yeah.
Figure 4. Here we go. Better than even how Rick does it.
He's got Kurt Hennig, and then here's Jarrett with a chair as Loki literally ducks it and no-sells the back shot to hit him again, which is kind of funny. David Flair had the figure four locked in the entire time as Jarrett runs in with a chair, which I think is hilarious.
This is just...
And there's Styles.
I get what they're doing here, but this is just excessive.
Yeah, and here's the axe, and then, of course, the sign fucking comes slamming down. Well, kind of. It falls slowly.
Just barely missing Vince Russo.
I really didn't expect the whole axe thing, so this was really cool. I mean, they ended 2002 with a bang. It was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was definitely a strong conclusion. See, now the only bummer though with that is you have to wait 2 weeks to get a follow up. So is the momentum gone? You know.
Yeah, agreed. Well, here's our old school entrance. So is it going to pop in with the same logo we know? Oh no!
Oh, it's a different logo. It's a new year. It's a new TNA.
Wait
Athena.
a second.
Athena. Who's that? Oh,
Jerry Lynn. But I'm glad it's here. My favorite TNA logo. It's here. Let's go.
How long do they have Russo equals STD? That's good. How long do they have this logo for?
They have this logo. They eventually adjust it in like 2010. They kind of clean it up a little, but I would say it's still the same thing, essentially. They keep this logo for a long, long time. Look at the shirts. I need that. Oh,
Mike Tenay. Is this Mike Tenay the leader of the NWA or something?
I think it's been rumored, yes.
Okay.
Which is odd. So he's talking about Vince Russo taking over NWA-TNA. He's requested this time, and he's invited the past, the present, and the future. Who is that standing ringside? We have Ron Killings and America's Most Wanted at the ring as well.
Well, that's the ticket lady.
Yeah.
Sarah Lee.
Eddie Marlin.
Eddie Marlin. Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's right.
Oh, he's the grandfather of Jeff Jarrett. Okay.
Yep. I know that from my viewing of old USWA tapes.
Here's the future. The security staff. Rick Santel, he's done some dark matches, and Chris Vaughn. These guys have done some dark matches and been on Explosion.
Okay, well, I don't think Rick Santel ever did anything.
No, I think he has.
Not in TNA.
In dark matches, he might have.
On TV.
On TV?
Has he done anything on TV for TNA? No.
No, neither one of them has. They've done dark matches.
Well, Chris Vaughn ends up doing something, but I'm saying that Rick Santel never did.
No, he wrestled dark matches.
Yeah, so I'm saying that he's not the future of TNA. He doesn't do anything.
Oh, you mean after this? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, he don't do shit. But Mike Tenay basically goes, yeah, you guys started security and you work your way up, which is kind of funny. They're little scrawny guys. And now he's introducing the present, which is arguably 3 of my favorite people in the company right now. Or 4, excuse me. I meant 3 because it's a tag team, but...
You know, I like this. I like this. You're making it seem as if AMW, Killings, and Lynn are the foundation of NWA. I'm assuming to go with Jarrett to combat S.E.X. And I think that's a strong core 5.
Yeah.
They're also probably the only 5 people not in S.E.X.
I mean, that's true too. Oh, he's talking about production meetings.
Yeah.
He can make himself wrestler.
Tenay's anger just cracks me up.
He's talking about Judy Bagwell and David Arquette.
Hey, you know what? Judy Bagwell's a former WCW Tag Team Champion.
Well, David Arquette's a heavyweight champion, and he came back to wrestling and did it the right way because he loves wrestling so much, and I think it was good as fuck.
That's right.
Yeah, he insulted my intelligence, and I'm pissed.
Okay,
here we go. WCW talk, of course.
Ironically, he is now also a non-entity, but by his own choice.
Which is sad, but yeah.
Yeah. He should be in wrestling, but he probably got a little bitter.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. I think it's understandable.
Oh, contact us on NWA-TNA.com about the tradition of the NWA. This is a plea to the wrestlers, to the fans, to everything, he says. People are yelling, LOD.
This is screaming NWO WCW vibes.
Like, we need to get rid of them.
Right.
We need everyone we can.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the S.E.X music. I like the S.E.X music. Oh, wait, that's different. Oh, maybe it is the same. I don't know. Oh, okay, there it is. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Coming through the crowd because he's so cool. Oh, there's Sonny Siaki and Desire, so that he's definitely part of the group officially.
Yep. And he's like, hey, you mocks, get out of the way as I trip over the guardrail, and they cut away from it. Oh, man, he could have snapped his ankle right there, dude.
Well, notice now how the railings opened as the other wrestlers actually walked through. And Russo. There's David Flair with that Echo sweatshirt.
Oh, no, Bob, do you see? Oh, my God.
What?
There's fucking poles on the ring post, dude.
I just noticed that. Is it one? It's just one.
I thought there was two.
I think there's one.
Oh, my God.
That's when you know that it's Russo, baby. Gotta get those poles up.
Well, is there a bottle of Viagra or what up on that?
Oh, God, I hope.
He just got in Mike Tenay's face, and Mike Tenay's like, damn it, I'm not a wrestler. I'm not giving him a microphone. Nope, I'm not doing it. He holds it behind his back.
No, but there's definitely not another one right by Don West. I swear, no way. There definitely isn't one.
Oh, my God, guys. These guys, these are heat magnets.
Look at fucking Tenay's face.
Listen, bro. Oh, he's not going to come out here and rant and rave tonight, he says. Yeah, okay.
That sucks. That's our favorite part.
Oh, trying to get something through his head. Oh, if you're wondering about the music. Oh, he's got friends in management. So they're pretending he's not even part of the company. That's why they come through the crowd. By the way, that doesn't work in wrestling.
No. It's an inside job. That's why. Oh.
So what? He's really friends with Jarrett.
Well, I didn't know if that was really what they're trying to get across here.
He has friends in high places. Maybe he's friends with Panda Energy.
Dixie Carter. That's one thing I heard is Dixie Carter loves herself some sex, if you know what I'm talking about, Tenay, bro. Why do you think AJ Styles is in the group, bro? He's banging her, bro.
Oh, my God.
That's how we got control of the company, dude.
Now, an interesting note here is that Vince Russo's in the ring by himself. None of his other guys are. Everyone else
they're at ringside.
Yes, they're all standing outside the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, slapped a microphone out of Mike Tenay's hand. He said he's taking over. So does that mean he's going to be on commentary all night with Don West?
Oh, no.
Oh, when Russo was in charge, the ratings were at an all-time high, and Mike Tenay goes, "Bull."
Well, for WWF, it was.
Look around you, Mike.
It's true. I'm watching this right now because of Russo. Doesn't sound like it to me there, Russo.
I can't. Are they chanting Russo sucks?
Yeah.
Evolution is the solution. I thought evolution was a mystery, but maybe that's just...
Evolution is a mystery. Something that I can't see. That's not even the words. Was he going to try to recruit these guys?
He's like, what about it, Jerry? Oh, what are you going to do if there's no wrestling business from a year from now? Oh, shit, he's bringing up Jerry Lynn's daughter.
Oh, no. Making it personal.
He's not talking to Killings. He's talking to Cowboy now instead.
Is he ignoring Ron Killings?
I'm waiting to see if he's saving him.
I think he is.
He is kind of... He just
He just called Chris Harris a fruitcake.
he said, "Are you going to model men's underwear?" And then here we go. Here's Ron Killings. When are you going to rap your way to the top? Actually, probably,
exactly.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Russo coming in strong with some insults here tonight.
Wait. Yeah, Mike Tenay's not drinking your Kool-Aid, and he won't let him insult the teenagers that are standing ringside as security. He will not do it.
No, he will not allow it.
We just got a quick glimpse of the stage with the new logo on it.
Yeah, it hasn't really changed much.
No, I definitely was thinking it was going to by now, but
That's what I thought too. It's really just the same style, the same size logo that the old logo was, or sign was.
so he's talking trash about all the old people that are ringside that we didn't even fully introduce, did we? I don't even know if we went through all of them, but
I don't know.
Mike Tenay's like, we're on pay-per-view and you're in the wrestling business and blah, blah, blah. They're just yelling at each other now. We are now over, we're about to be at 17 minutes right now.
Yeah.
And there's no end in sight with this promo.
No, and here's the thing with Tenay. I can appreciate his enthusiasm, but it's a little cringy to some extent. Oh God, here comes Sarah Lee. She's coming into the ring. She's all fired up. Might be the biggest baby. Oh my God, she's flipping off Russo.
I wish she brought her broom in with her.
Oh, she's gonna hit him. Oh, nope. Okay. Now Russo's put his hands on her, and now there's a brawl.
Well, of course there is.
David Flair with the greatest stomps in professional wrestling. On James Storm in the corner. And now one of the Harris brothers in there too. What is going on?
Oh, Desire and Sarah Lee are going to go at it.
Somebody ran out. The Road Warriors.
Oh, shit.
And Jeff Jarrett, of course. What a rush. It's me, Animal. Yeah.
The heck was that?
They're all fired up.
Oh, yeah, they're ready.
Remember when we hated Jeff Jarrett and now he's trying to be a babyface? I don't like it.
I know. I'd rather hate him because he's very hateable.
Right. It's a lot more fun to boo him all the time. But now he's like my hero. I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, tell us what the poll's for, goddammit.
Oh, I know what it's for.
Viagra.
Probably. I know that Eddie Marlin probably would need it. Realistically.
Yes, tradition ruled tonight, Don West says, which I guess. Now everyone's just walking out casually, and hey, we're backstage. What's this?
It's one of the dance.
Oh my God, it's Lollipop.
How dare they? Is she okay?
Wait, did Desire just... Oh, they're taking over the one locker room they have in the building.
It's one room. It has a fucking toilet
in. In a shopping cart. And there's a chair with a monitor on it and and like mirrors against the wall.
Yeah, go mirrors. So I think that was like the TNA girls' locker room, the dancers.
Yeah, I guess.
So they're just like, no, we're taking it over now. That's funny. That's pretty
Okay, we're officially at the 20-minute mark, and we finally are getting an entrance for a match. We have the...
Hey! Cash Money!
Oh, shit. Look at those new graphics. Hell yeah. Wait a second. You're right, Bob.
Money. Cash Money. I mean, that's not their name. But
no, but it is to us. It's the master of the Hurricane Rana, Kid Cash, teaming with Easy Money.
Okay. Master of the Hurricane Rana.
His underwear's put away tonight, which is odd because Easy Money takes his pants off and exposes himself. So
it is true. He's also Cash is also not wearing black pants. It's like green looking.
no, he borrowed those from Brian Christopher, I think.
Oh boy, Tony Mamaluke and David Young. David Young looking slimmer.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hot start.
So it's like what? This would be Cash Money against Team NWA Wildside. That's where Young and Mamaluke are regulars.
Well, hey, Bob, look at that. I didn't even notice until right now. The yellow rope is gone.
Good.
We have new ring skirts. So we've kind of spiced things up a little bit here in the.
I remember saying they should have black ropes like they did in like on WWE. It just looks better.
Oh, so does that ring skirt. I love that logo.
If you have that ring skirt,
hit me up, man.
Let Dallas know.
I don't know if I'd pay for a ring skirt. They're a little out of my price range.
Cash with a Hurricanrana on Young on the floor, while Easy Money hit the buck snort lariat on Mamaluke. But that's just a transition move here in 2003. It's a finisher in 2020. Right? Is it the buck snort or the buckshot?
Oh, the buckshot.
Buckshot. Buck snort, I'm thinking of Dirty White Boy. Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
What the
fuck was that? Come on, Cash Money. That was horrible.
That was wicked bad.
They were trying to do that rolling.
I don't even know what you call it.
Like a somersault leg slam thing.
Yeah, and they like rolled through it and like it wasn't like locked in right or something,
No.
and they both just fell out of it.
Well, Cash fell out of it. Money did the somersault, just nothing came with him.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
That was just weird.
Oh, Mamaluke reverses a tilt-a-whirl something, and then Easy Money does a kind of sloppy like kick.
Step over heel kick. He must be watching some RVD tapes or something. Just working over Mamaluke in the corner. God, it seems like we have some better lighting too.
I was thinking that as well. Everything does seem a little like it's lit a little bit better.
I just kicked him right in the nuts, then hit a standing somersault neck breaker for a 2 count. The crowd seems to be pretty dead for this.
Well, they just got a 20-minute promo. I'd be dead too.
Well, I'd be excited for actual wrestling. Oh, elevated DDT by Cash off of Money's shoulder on Mamaluke. That's going to get a 2 count because Scott Armstrong took forever to get down for the pin.
Damn it, Scott. I know you're distracted because your brother's with Vince Russo and your dad is on the other side. And
yeah, he's going through a lot. I mean,
Cash,
didn't his father get destroyed with a goddamn steel chair shot over that?
He sure did.
Oh. All right, David Young. He's trying to show some intensity here. I'm not buying it.
No, it's not working.
Forearms
Oh, Bobcat.
Oh, they actually mentioned her.
Yep, they mentioned her. They always mention her when he's out here, as he does a pretty nice spear onto the master of the Hurricanrana, Kid Cash.
You're the only one buying this whole master of Hurricanrana bullshit.
Hey, if that's his nickname, that's his nickname.
Okay.
He does do really nice Hurricanranas, so I'll work it. Drop toe hold and neck snappy.
Rolling neck snap there by Mamaluke. But he doesn't hook the leg on the cover, so he gets... Oh, now he does. You should have done it the first time, Tony. God. It's ridiculous.
Oh, into the corner.
Uppercuts as well here. They probably could have had a stronger opener.
Well, I was kind of just thinking that, to be honest, as Kid Cash does essentially a whisper in the wind there. This match, unfortunately, means nothing. And I feel like we just came off of like a 2-week hiatus. Like I need something. Like, where's Daniels and Skipper? Why aren't they like tagging right now? Maybe, or they weren't in that beatdown in the beginning, were they? I didn't see them.
No, I didn't. I don't think I saw them either.
Yo,
that's a really good point.
If they're in Japan right now and not at this show, I'm gonna be so sad.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
That'd be
if they weren't
bummer.
There. That would be a bummer, but that'd be also hilarious.
As Don West says, great way to start off the new year. Here we go. It's a good match.
David Young, one of our favorite TNA wrestlers, with a backbreaker to the master of the Hurricanrana, Kid Cash. You know what? This should be a feud. The master of the Spinebuster and the master of the Hurricanrana, with the winner being the only person that can say that they're master of something.
I like that. Book it.
And then Sid Vicious comes out and he says, I'm the master of the power bomb. Plot twist.
No, he's the master and the ruler
of the world. I'm sorry. Could we start over? Oh, we're live. Fuck. Okay.
Oh, wait. Never.
Come on, Ruff. You didn't see the tag. That means
that
so
was...
I just learned right now that Cash and Money are the baby faces.
You know, that's
I had no idea who I was supposed to be cheering for, but now I know.
That's such a good point. I didn't really think about that. Easy Money, I definitely take as a babyface. Not really Kid Cash, but Tony Mamaluke and David Young, I sort of feel like are both babyface. David Young is kind of teetering for me, but
well, I don't know what that was. I feel as if Mamaluke and Money would be the baby faces, and then David Young and Kid Cash would be the heels, but they are not partnered that way.
Well, if I had to take a guess, these guys will fight in a ladder match next week, and then the two people who win that match will then fight again in another ladder match the week after. And then whoever wins that ladder match will fight the X Division champion in another ladder match the week after that. I'm just saying, if 2002 is any indication, I'm just thinking ahead here.
Well, you know what? What the fuck was that?
Oh, a super kick by Easy Money after Kid Cash and Tony Mamaluke jumped off other corners and like hit each other across from each other.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Opposite sides of the ring, and then they collided in the middle. I don't know. Frog splash by Money on Young. That might be at one.
Nope.
No, Mamaluke there to kick it.
Mamaluke said, "Nope,
not today, Junior.
Not today."
Nope.
And David Young kind of Irish whips Kid Cash very awkwardly. Kid Cash going off the ropes. What's this? Hurricanrana because he's the master.
Nice.
Double spring Hurricanrana. Kid Cash again.
Oh, tornado DDT. 1, 2. No, Mamaluke with another save. Cash is really being the standout performer of this match.
100%.
So that naturally means David Young will probably get a title shot. Well, set out powerbomb. Did I just jinx it? Is he about to pin? No, he's not.
No, nope, Easy Money with the breakout. You know, I was just thinking, you know, Vince Russo and S.E.X destroyed the arena last week, right? We hate TNA. We did that
like 2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago. You know what I mean. Last pay-per-view. Yeah. This week, they're like, okay, fine. We got a new logo. We changed it up. If I'm Vince Russo, fuck your new logo. I'm destroying the sign again.
That would be the first thing I would do. You guys spent a bunch of money on what is going on with that? What was that?
I don't know.
This has just gotten sloppy at this point.
I think he was supposed to catch him into a spine buster, and he instead fell because he just won.
I just jinxed it. David Young's probably the number one contender right now. What the fuck? I would have thought for sure Easy Money and Kid Cash would
win. Wait a second.
Oh, here we go.
Skipper, Low-Key, and Daniels attacking him. Tony Mamaluke has no clue what's happening until Low-Key just beat the shit out of him. Now we're talking. Oh.
Young just basically flipped himself over the top rope because he didn't really get hit on that, but that's okay. Oh, and
shit.
he just tossed Mamaluke onto David Young on the floor.
Another fighting Kid Cash. Scott Armstrong had to hop out of the way. Look at this. Boom.
Damn, springboard kick by Low-Key.
Here comes Skipper. Essentially hitting it was essentially the death sentence.
That was a nice a nice springboard leg drop there by Skipper. He got some good elevation off that.
Oh.
Ooh, last rites, I think, right there. Low-Key with a dragon sleeper.
Oh, Skipper's on the mic.
Probably the one guy out of the group you don't want talking.
Prime time, baby.
Say my name. Prime time, baby. I wish his voice was a little deeper.
I'm still scared of him. I don't want to fight him.
I don't either, but he's the type of guy that if he got in my face in a dark alley and he was talking to me like this, I'd probably laugh and then get killed.
No, he's fucking jacked.
I know. I'd get murdered, but I'd be laughing. So I'd be like, what, dude?
Daniels just keeps doing his taunt, which he like squats for, so it's kind of funny.
This whole promo was basically saying, can you believe TNA didn't know what to do with us? And now we're going to run the X Division. We built this.
Oh, this is still his house, baby.
I don't think Elix Skipper has won a singles match in his entire TNA career.
I don't know if that's true. I'd have to deep dive on that one. But hey, here's Jeff Jarrett.
Here's Jeff Jarrett. Because, you know, you can't go a segment without Jeff Jarrett.
Well, why did Jeff Jarrett get around the security?
Why is he beating all three of them up?
Who is it? Whose house is it now, damn it? It's mine. J-A-R-R.
This is so stupid. J-E-double-O, J-A-R-R-E-double-T, Jarrett.
2K3, you're Athena.
I saw that.
Ooh, a little NWA lesson tonight.
Triple X.
Triple X, there it is. Now you don't get yelled at for saying it. Oh. One-on-one. Oh, do they have the balls to accept? Jeff Jarrett is saying he wants to take all three of them on in 3 singles matches. Wow, this is a really great way to bury the fucking talent. Are you shitting me?
Okay.
Then he wants Vince Russo out there after he beats them all, and it's Jeff Jarrett, so we know he's probably going to.
Well, so here's my question. So it's 3 singles matches. Okay. Is there any way that he beats all 3 of them?
I want to say no, but I'm a little nervous.
I'm terrified that he beats all 3.
Yeah, me too.
Well, in what order would you go for him to wrestle these guys?
Okay, so if he's got to, I hate to say it, if he's got to beat one, I almost feel like it's got to be Daniels.
Really?
And I only say that because out of the 3, he's kind of been here the least amount of time, which I know that you should probably protect him more in that case, but I feel like you can't beat Low-Key first, especially. Here we go backstage with Goldilocks talking with. Listen, I don't want it to happen. I almost was going to say Skipper, but Daniels not being here too much is kind of what outweighs that for me, to be honest.
See, well, that's what I was thinking, that they would have Skipper for sure be the one to lose. And then maybe Daniels he win.
Jerry Lynn's sick of the bullshit. He's ready to step up as Bob Armstrong is like, someone's got to step up. And Goldilocks is always getting the coverage we need. And now here comes the truth. He is the suntan Superman. And if I don't get a goddamn shirt that says suntan Superman on it, I don't know what I'm going to do.
He better have a t-shirt like that.
Oh, a phone call. It's Bob's house phone. Hey, I need...
It's a Nokia cell phone, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering.
It's fucking huge. Oh, he says, have a driver pick you up. I need you here now. Okay. Russo picked up right where we left off.
There's no way that's an actual phone call.
Oh, he doesn't want to make Goldilocks or him look dumb. He's like, she's like, okay, back to you. Can you tell us what the fucking pole on the ring post is? Because it
hasn't been explained.
It can't come as a surprise match because it's been there the whole show. Here comes.
Well, why would Don West just say, was he talking to the Road Warriors? We already saw them.
Well, or they just questioned, could it be Percy Pringle as well?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Jason Cross is in the ring. We got our X Division title match is up next. TNA girls are back. They're fine. They're dancing. We're good.
They're fine. No worries.
Sonny Siaki coming out here with Miss S.E.X. Is now her apparently her name. It's Miss S.E.X. Or Every Man's Desire.
That's weird. Miss S.E.X. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like that at all. You might as well make her Miss TNA at that point.
Right.
And I don't want that to be a thing anymore. That was funny while it lasted, but it's gone.
Yeah, well, it worked for Bruce to begin with.
Jeremy
See, now
Borash.
this doesn't need some kind of fancy introduction. I mean, Jason Cross has been here for 3 weeks.
I think this is kind of like we want our title matches to feel bigger, so we're doing it for all of them. Well, JB just got his highlights and fake tan done before this show.
This guy, he's looking like Ryan Seacrest, if I've ever fucking seen it.
Holy shit, yeah, he is.
A wannabe version of Ryan Seacrest.
Did they just boo the referee?
Of course. Andrew Thomas is horrible. I'm just kidding. He drives me nuts. Jason Cross. He's got a barbed wire tattoo on his right arm.
Disciples of Jason Cross. That's a weird sign, but okay.
It's weird. Oh, I thought he was going to say Miss Sachs, but he just said
so did I. From the Isle of Samoa.
Reigning and defending X Division champion, The Rock, Sonny Siaki. Here's a time check. We're at 36:52:53. So if you're watching along. There's no real angle to this match. It's just that Jason Cross is the #1 contender.
Yeah, which is where I agree with you that we didn't need that intro because he's literally just the #1 contender. Now, when it's like Jerry Lynn and Sonny Siaki, who have kind of been feuding for like months, like, okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
There's an actual substance to it. But if this were to be on, let's say, eventually when we get there on Impact, would you have it as a special introduction when it's Sonny Siaki against a enhancement guy? Probably not.
No.
If I had to guess.
And, maybe being on pay-per-view plays a part in that, as these guys do a bunch of head scissors and stuff to each other.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And now Jason Cross has got a headlock in Sonny Siaki. What is the chance that Jason Cross wins the title tonight? Do you think it's, solid 9 out of 10, he's probably going to win? Or what?
I don't think he's going to win it, largely because if Sonny Siaki is in fact part of S.E.X, like I've said before, he really should not be losing. That group should not be losing matches.
No, there's no fucking way that Jason Cross is walking out of here as X Division champion.
No.
He's just too new, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's the
good.
thing with Jason Cross is, he's got a good finisher.
Which, by the way, what he missed last week when he won the #1 contendership.
Don't bring that up.
But he missed it really bad, and that's why.
Dallas, don't be a buzzkill. Okay?
I like him, but whatever.
He tried. He is no David Flair.
Oh, ain't that the truth? If he's not wrestling tonight, I'm done. Hurricane Rana by Jason Cross on the Sonny Siaki. Yeah.
As for the Hurricane Rana.
Oh, hey.
Oh, heel kick. Come on, Cross. Get 1, 2. Save us from S.E.X, please.
Save us from Desire or Miss Sex or Miss Desire or whatever the fuck we are calling every man's desire. What is her name?
She has 9 names already.
Kim Nielsen. Who the fuck is she? Jason Cross going to the top rope as Sonny Siaki's on the floor.
Oh, Cross waiting. Corkscrew dive there. That was nice. Is Don West going to stand on the announcer's table and be like, come on, Jason Cross, you can do it.
Yeah, go, Siaki, go.
No,
you like those nice little TNA graphics? It's going to really spice up the social channels, so keep an eye out for those. Going to have to mix that up a little bit.
Oh, he just kicked the woman with 9 names.
And she's got a belt on, but it's not on her pants.
Yeah, she's
really
wearing
confused.
a belt incorrectly. It's not through the loops. It's just around her waist.
They probably told her to put her just put a belt on because her pants look stupid. Holy shit. And Sonny Siaki flipped Jason Cross over. It was like a overextended powerbomb and slammed him on the top rope. That's pretty cool. And my stupid pants joke that comes from one of my old managers said, if you don't wear a belt with your pants look stupid. And like I sort of agree with him. So they probably
always wear a belt with my. If there's loops on my bottoms, I'm putting a belt in there.
You kind of have to, even if you don't have it tight to hold it up. You at least got to have it for the look.
Yeah, I mean, unless your shirt's long enough to cover it.
Yeah, agreed.
But even then, I still have a belt on. I just like wearing a belt anyway.
Well, in case
makes me feel secure that my pants won't fall down.
Yeah, or if you got to like whip someone, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Jason Cross, gets caught belly to belly into the corner by Sonny Siaki. And Desire, Kim Nielsen, Miss S.E.X, Miss Desire is cheering him on. She's ready. She's like, God damn it, my belt is not where it needs to be.
Desire is a front runner right now for Manager of the Year.
Well, so far she's the only one we've seen, so I'm saying
that's right. You can't. There's no competition right now.
We don't know if James Mitchell's back or not.
That's true.
Okay, that was obnoxious. Jason Cross did a corkscrew over Sonny Siaki for like a schoolboy pin.
Yeah, well, that just made it a firmer hold on the roll up.
Yeah,
everybody
and
knows
then you
that.
get the Insiguria and Sonny Siaki, who then gets kicked out to the floor. Wow, look at that ring skirt. It is so nice.
Jesus Christ, we get it, Dallas. Whoa, man. Somersault dive is
shot into a flap, as Mike Tenay says.
We need a replay. Please give it to us, please. What is on the back of his tights? Is it like arrows? Okay.
It's a JC, I think. It's just stylized, so it looks a little weird. As Desire with a clothesline. How did she do that with her belt that is not on her pants?
I was just going to say, well, I think that she might have readjusted it, and that gave her the confidence and strength to deliver a running clothesline on the floor.
Siaki breaks up the count, and he rolls back out, and he's like, Desire, hold these fucking stairs, as he pulls out the stairs.
Take them up over your head. What is he going to do with those ring steps? How is this not a disqualification?
Well, he's hitting him into something, not hitting him with something.
Okay, well, he just twisted him face first into the ring step.
I'd like to point out, too, it's been noted that there's not a lot of TNA merch before this. Like, there's an AJ Styles shirt, and that's kind of about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people...
And he's a heel.
And he was a heel, yeah. There's been a lot of... and they had the Wednesday night shirts and stuff, but a lot of people are wearing those new TNA shirts. Every time they cut into a crowd, I at least see a couple.
Well, here's my question. Did they pay for it, or did they just give it to him?
Well, if they gave it to him, if someone wants to give me one, slide into our DMs on Twitter at CrossTheLineTNA, and I will happily accept your t-shirt. I wear a size medium. Bob wears a size
2XL.
I was going to say large.
Now, people might be wondering, Bob, are you 500 pounds? No, I'm 6'4". I prefer shirts that are long. That way my belly doesn't stick out. And you think I'm joking? I'm serious.
And let's not forget, it was just Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We have all not been eating very good, so I might need a little bit bigger than a medium, but it's okay. I'll squeeze into it.
You'll probably have to go to the extra hole in your belt.
Oh, I didn't know where that was going. Hey,
Steiner! Well, that's a pump handle Steiner screwdriver. That
better be his new finish.
You motherfucker! Jason Cross going to the rope. You bastard. That
shit.
needs to be the finishing move. What the hell was that?
It's calling for Siakalypse. Nope.
Okay.
Just across.
Great. Referee bump. Because that's what we need in this fucking match. Oh, my God. We're at 44:36. This first hour is flying by.
It is. Well, who's coming out, right? Brainbuster.
Is he going to do... Is he going to do the only move that people care about with Jason Cross, the shooting star later on?
Yeah, and of course the ref's down, so he can't win with it, so it saves the move.
Well, if you'll notice, Siaki put his arms up to make sure that he did not get destroyed in the face.
Which I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. That's smart.
Desire.
Oh, no. Oh, Desire crotching Cross against the ring post.
That was actually... That was pretty well done because I like how he was literally in that position too. And Sonny Siaki gets
That was a good way of doing it. And Siaki just won with an inside cradle. Okay.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, fuck. Bob Armstrong's like, listen here, fellas. Jason Cross is a legend. He's not going to lose that way.
He said, nope, this is not happening on my watch.
Miss Prissy Bridges. You can go back to your
TNA
room. Dancers locker room. Okay.
Exactly. Well, give me my belt.
What is this? Oh, fuck. Here's Russo.
And BG James.
And BG James.
And the Harris Brothers.
Great.
Oh, he's like, we're going to restart it. He goes, you got to understand one thing. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's talking about him shaking in his half a pinky. And then says that people want to come out here and see sex, not you. And he pretty much says Jason Cross is in no condition to restart the match as he's standing there. And here comes the Harris Brothers.
Because he's going to get beat up. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That was worse than when Ron Killings went flying over the top rope.
Whoa.
He almost, oh my God. He almost hit a flat back bump on the ramp.
That was insane. He says, I don't give a shit about the bullet. I'm not from the South. Which is kind of a funny thing to say, I feel like.
Is he going to make BG James beat up his father?
Oh, yeah, look. He said, I'll keep my hands off of you. You know why? Because I'm going to I'm going to let my
shit. Okay, here we go.
Hell perfect. Yeah. He said, remember when I told you about compassion?
Oh, man. I can't do it, Vinny. Step up and do it, son.
Wait. Jerry Lynn and Ron Killings.
Oh. So they avoid the tease there. Oh, okay. Now it's a tag match.
So it's...
Oh, Killings with a dive to...
Don.
I don't know. Don, yeah, okay.
I only know that because Don West just told us it's Heavy D.
Okay. I thought it was Don because I feel like Don's the only one that actually wears wrestling gear out of the two. Oh. Hey, yeah, Jerry Lynn with the middle rope leg drop. But BG doesn't fucking sell it because he's an asshole.
Well, yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
Lynn with a messy looking crossbody to the floor as well.
Oh, Ron Killings jumping off those stairs, but he gets caught by Don.
Oh.
And actually, I think it's usually Ron who wears the wrestling gear because Don usually wears the jeans and the shirt. Ron will wrestle without the shirt and just like the singlet.
Well, you know what, Dallas? I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, and the ref's counting out Don and stuff, and BG James swings the chair at Jerry Lynn, who reverses it. Jerry Lynn with a nice kick to the face with a chair.
Dallas, I have a question for you. Whenever you swing a chair, do you ever directly put it in front of your face?
No, I also don't turn it around so that the softer end hits me.
Okay.
Because, if he knew he was going to duck that, he should have just swung it that way and not fixed it midair.
Well, I think it's important to note that it seemed like as if BG was contemplating even using the chair.
Yeah, he was.
So that seems to be a tease already that he might not be a firm sex believer.
Is Heavy D. Are we just calling him Heavy D now? Heavy D and The Truth are wrestling in the crowd, and BG James and Jerry Lynn are wrestling in the ring.
See, I will be really depressed if BG James and Don Harris beat Jerry Lynn and Ron Killings.
Yeah, this is one where BG James and Don Harris have already lost, so they can lose again right now. Protect the 3X division, guys. These guys are your job guys in the team. And it looks like BG James is busted open I think it's in the mouth, but it also might be his forehead.
No, it looks like it's his mouth and it might have splashed to his forehead.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
Bulldog by Jerry Lynn. Yep. Don just looking in the ring, not really doing
Look at Jerry Lynn mocks him.
Well, instead of doing a knee drop, he did a leg drop.
like that. Oh my God, Bob! Look at the ring. It looks like we're in a wrestling company now, not like an indie show.
It does. It does look better. There's no doubt about that.
What's that sign say in the front? Chicken hat is sex or something? I
don't know.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that. BG James throwing some punches on Jerry Lynn now, and it looks like we finally have some control here as Don Harris is over at the corner.
See, I was really hoping that this would be a quick one.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, it's so clear how far above Lynn and Killings both are to BG and Don. It's to a point that if they were to lose this, it'd be kind of comical in a bad way.
I agree with that because they are definitely way better than either guy in the ring.
Yeah.
And like Jerry Lynn and Don Harris is not a combination. We've seen Killings and BG James, so whatever.
Yeah.
But Don Harris and Jerry Lynn, that don't match up good. Come on. Also, I do want to say, we didn't really get to say much about it. I actually didn't think Siaki and Jason Cross was that bad of a match.
No, I thought it was pretty decent.
And I expected definitely more of a struggle on Siaki's end and like not being able to kind of keep up with Jason Cross, who's fast, kind of how Dave was mentioning it in The Observer. So that was a pleasant surprise for a match.
Yeah. No, I would say I enjoyed that.
Lynn almost got the pin. Ducks the line from Heavy D and then gets big booted.
Don Harris has delivered about 17 big boots, proving that it is apparently the only move he knows how to do. It's driving me nuts. Great. Back elbow. Double back elbow to Jerry Lynn. Slow, plodding, boring, questioning my life.
Yeah. The longer the match goes, the more I'm not sure why I'm watching it.
Yeah. If this was on regular TV, I'm probably turning the channel until something better comes on. Double DDT by Jerry Lynn.
He reversed a suplex by both BG and Heavy D.
Can he make the tag to Ron Killings?
No.
Is Ron Killings going to climb the pole? Will Lollipop storm in the ring and climb the pole and be like, anytime I see a pole, I have to dance on it?
I have to dance on it, and I have to slide down it. Both my thighs are covered in baby oil.
And my clothes are off.
And here comes Ron Killings. The suntan Superman.
Oh, he got cut off real quick on his comeback here.
Up and over. Oh, look at that. Split. Nice. Ducks the line. Oh. Boom. Beautiful kick.
Nice heel kick.
With the leg lariat. Bam.
Ron is getting a pretty good crowd reaction, too.
Yeah, he is. Axe kick.
Oh, scissors kick, yeah.
Axe kick.
It's a scissors.
It's a fucking axe kick. Mike Tenay just called it a fucking axe kick.
He moves his legs as if he's cutting something like scissors.
No, like an axe, because he doesn't do like the... He does like the bam.
No, he does the scissor.
No. He just slams down.
You're not watching it right. Here you go. 450 probably, right?
Houston Hangover. Oh my God.
Okay.
Wait a second. Is that David Flair again? Oh,
that's Mike Sanders.
It's Mike Sanders.
What the fuck? Where's security? These guys suck. Chris Vaughn, Rick Santel, what are you doing? Well, this makes sense.
Yeah,
this is a matter of time.
I like his bullshit sweater.
Yeah, what is that? He looks fucking big. Muscle mass here.
The problem is that Mike Sanders is, I think, not very interesting to watch in the ring. So
right, in the ring is definitely a weakness here. Those punches he was throwing on Killings were kind of comical as well.
Well, that's kind of that's how I thought of it. Oh, here comes security.
Oh, here's security. Yeah, great.
Look how tiny they are.
Even compared to Mike Sanders, they're fucking tiny.
Hey.
Great. See, well, there's one. for the S.E.X editions. Oh, Russo's so proud. That's my man, Mike Sanders.
He's like, yep, I've been waiting for the commish of WCW to come here.
What do I tell you, TNA? You're SOL.
Yeah, get ready.
Yeah. You know how long it took for me to find out what SOL stood for?
When you're a kid, that makes sense. Hey, Bob, look they don't scroll across the bottom.
I was also talking about when I was 30.
Oh, well.
Yeah, what is this? The graphics have improved quite a bit. I can actually read them. Wow.
I know. NWA main event, Morton Sportatorium. I'm still not paying attention to him though.
I mean, why would you be?
I can't. I literally can't.
Lollipop. God. Could you imagine a bikini contest between fucking Christ? Okay, between Lollipop and Tori West and WWE. Holy hell, Percy Pringle! What is going on?
I didn't even hear Mike Tenay's question.
I have no idea.
So let's just say
I have a rude question, and I'm not proud of what I'm going to say right now.
Okay.
How many chairs is he sitting on right now? There's no way it's one. No fucking way.
What I was going to say is they just showed a very unflattering camera.
Unflattering.
I mean, they should have never showed that. They should have. That's a way. This is a waist up interview.
Yeah. And then we go right back to it. I don't understand. Okay.
They're essentially talking about him being a fan of wrestling. Did we say this is Percy Pringle yet? It's Percy Pringle.
It's Percy Pringle. I feel like maybe we did, but it needs to be addressed again. Yeah. It sounds like he's just talking about his background and his love for NWA.
Yes, name dropping all that. Now, I just want to mention, I didn't say it earlier in the Observer Notes because I think it's just a stupid as fuck thing to say, but Dave Meltzer was like, yes, Percy Pringle, who resembles Paul Bearer closely in costuming and mannerisms. And I'm like, in my fucking head, I'm like, bro, it is Paul Bearer.
I was just going to say, does he not realize that it's fucking Paul Bearer, and that's why it's so resemblance? I
feel like he's saying it because he came out in the black suit. He's got the black hair, and he's kind of looking like with the face and stuff. I think that's what he means. But what a stupid thing to no shit. That's like being like, oh well, Mike Sanders just came out acting like he was a commissioner of some company.
Mike Sanders looks quite a bit like the Mike Sanders of the Natural Born Thrillers. I wonder if there's some kind of inspiration, or maybe they know each other.
Could we see Meat come in? Could we see Meat?
Oh my God! If Sean Stasiak comes out in TNA, just end it now. We'll just end the podcast. There's no reason.
What was the gimmick he was doing at the end? Wasn't he like signing 8x10s or something? Didn't he have wasn't it Stasiak in WCW? Or am I thinking that he didn't have like a headshot with him or something?
I don't know.
I can't remember now. Whatever he was doing at the end of WCW was wicked entertaining.
He was like the perfect Sean Stasiak. Right? He was with Stacy Keibler, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
I don't know about 8x10. I haven't watched WCW 2001 in a while.
I might be blurry on that one.
I know. I can't believe this is still going on with Percy Pringle, but I know that Stasiak in WWE was Planet Stasiak. He thought he lived on his own planet.
I like that, but no. Okay, so he's basically saying you never know why. You know, you're going to find me wherever I want to be. He just said he was down at ringside because that's where he wanted to be. Natural question, Mike Tenay says. Can we expect to see Percy Pringle in a managerial role? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. You would think he's going for the title. He's like, there's no telling what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. As if Percy Pringle is going to do anything.
I don't. Who's the NWA champion right now? Jeff Jarrett. Maybe not for long, because I'm here, Percy Pringle.
Oh,
oh,
he's here, but he's not on board yet. So he's staying mysterious.
No, you know what he's doing? This just sounds like a guy who is hoping that WWE people are watching. I'm not here yet. I'm not signed. So, Undertaker, if you need me, I'm right here, man. Don't forget about me.
Oh shit,
That's what
that's
it sounds
funny.
like.
Storm and Harris is what the nameplate says here. Coming out to the ring, America's Most Wanted.
Who are they wrestling?
I don't know if it's been actually announced.
We just passed the 1 hour mark.
Looking to get the belts back. Disciples of the New Church, it sounds like, is who they're probably facing off against. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Oh, this is one of the better feuds of 2002. Oh,
shit. Belladonna's still here? She's not busy making pizzas?
I didn't really think that she'd be here in 2003.
I'm really, really surprised she's here.
I mean, it's a pleasant surprise. I'm totally for it. I mean, I don't want somebody to not have a job. That's what I'm saying.
Well, she has a job.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want her not to have a job.
Well, no, she makes pizzas, Bob.
I'm talking about for TNA.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope this is a Belladonna on a pole match. Oh, they're calling this the final showdown.
Oh, it's being built as the final showdown? That's what they just said?
They're talking as if it's billed as that. They want closure with the situation.
Oh.
No automatic rematch clauses.
Interesting. I wonder who is going to debut for S.E.X after this match. You know who should be in S.E.X? And it's such an obvious fucking choice. As I try to open my Starburst, so I'll pardon the rapper sound if you hear it. The Hot Shots. Fucking Jesus Christ, they have big dicks. S.E.X.
Oh, that's a great idea, yeah.
What are we doing?
There's chairs getting thrown / to Harris. There's brawling.
Well, it's probably just a matter of time before one of these guys is bleeding then.
Oh, they're pulling the guardrail open. Belladonna's distracting Scott Armstrong as if he can't see over her shoulder and see what's happening.
Literally distracting him on the same side, yeah.
And, well, no, the bell did ring, so.
Brian Lee looks like a fucking lunatic.
Well, he is.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
Oh, my God.
Will the announcers table break here in 2003?
Well, Bob has until the end of 2003 at least, and then he owes me Chipotle, and then we'll start another deal.
That's bullshit. I never agreed to that stipulation. I will be shocked if it never breaks.
I don't think it's going to break, man.
It makes no sense. Even when they go to the Impact Zone?
No, then it really doesn't break. It'll break within the next year and 3/4 into 2004 in this asylum than it would at the Impact Zone.
Wow. That surprises me. Slash now choke and Storm, yeah. Yeah.
And Harris is laid out on with Brian Lee, who then hits him in the groin, kind of.
Yeah, he hit him in the butthole. The way that Harris sold that.
It's kind of weird, but
I didn't say it was cool. I'm saying it happened.
There you go. Slash, drops. Who is that?
Michinoku driver on
Storm.
Incredible bad blood between these two factions. You're right, Mike Tenay. This is incredible action. Living for it. This is just the same formula stuff for these guys, though.
That's okay. I kind of miss these guys fighting in just a regular tag match. The past couple times, it's been like 3-way tag matches and with the Harris brothers and shit like that. I didn't need to see, so.
Yeah.
Like this match feels like refreshing compared to like our opening tag match that had no reason to happen.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, like a whirly bird slam there by Slash.
Yeah, I believe that he calls that the slash and burn. I
Slash
think.
and burn, yeah. You're absolutely right. I should never doubt you. You know what
Well, sometimes I deserve to be doubted, but hey, Brian Lee with a big boot onto Storm as Slash holds him. Oh, he's pissed. Whoo!
You know, whenever Brian Lee starts making sounds like that or barking, that it's going to be a long night for you.
Oh yeah, you're in trouble then. He's pulling out his Kevin Sullivan, his Rick Steiner.
Oh my God, Kevin Sullivan, that's a good one. I feel like that's pretty accurate.
I feel like that's what he was doing when he was he was doing the noises outside of the ring. He was even doing like the mouth.
Yep.
James Mitchell's yelling "No mercy."
So this means that Desire's stranglehold on Manager of the Year is gone. His father James Mitchell.
And Belladonna. So technically we've
and Belladonna.
We have 3 managers in the running. So prepare yourselves. Anything is possible.
Well, technically Belladonna's wrestled in a match.
Nah, that's technically true, I guess. As Brian Lee was just holding who's in the ring, James Storm up, and then Slash came with like a solid shoulder block. And now he just keeps shoulder blocking him. He shoulder blocked his legs, his stomach. Basically, James Storm's getting the shit beat out of him.
Ooh, chopping him in the corner.
I'd like to point out again, we still don't know why there's a pole.
Yeah, it's never been addressed. And I hope that when it does become addressed, that Mike Tenay is not like, oh my God, that explains the pole. I just saw it.
Oh, God.
Because that's something Mike Tenay does.
I am a little nervous that something like that's going to happen. If they probably should have opened with whatever that poll's for.
I feel like it's not going to be anything good.
Oh, no, it's not. But, like, I would have had Vince Russo starting in the ring. And mind you, we don't know what it's for. Like, Russo start in the ring and, I don't know, put a guitar up there, I guess, because that's what you put on fucking polls. And, like, pretty much be like, here's the match, and then go right into it. Instead, we've had over an hour of a show, and there's a poll, and we don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, double clothesline there by the tag champs to keep control here of Storm. It seems like ever since they've made this more of a formula tag match that the reaction has kind of gone down. And I'm kind of glad this appears to be the conclusion of this feud because they've wrestled probably almost a handful of times and they were intense brawls. But I mean, comes a point where if you do it so many times, you're just kind of, oh, here we go again.
So let's look at this 2 ways as Slash has a headlock on James Storm here on the ground. So if America's Most Wanted wins, we got new tag team champions. But where does that put the Disciples of the New Church? I feel like that kind of puts them in a weird spot. Now, if America's Most Wanted loses, they're probably realistically not going to get a shot while the Disciples have the title still. I guess that kind of puts them in the forefront of fighting for NWA instead of focusing on like a title. I guess that could work potentially. But I think it's going to put either of these teams in a weird spot.
I think the obvious choice here is we get a fucking referee bump because anytime there's a title match that happens. Oh, I thought he was about to clothesline
dude.
Scott Armstrong.
So did I.
It seems like as if America's Most Wanted winning this would make the most sense as Brian Lee just killed James Storm with a title shot to the forehead. Yeah, it seems as if that would be the logical direction because if they're a vocal point for the S.E.X feud, that would be a title feud that could consume that angle.
Yeah.
Which would add to it.
That's true.
And then what you do with the Disciples of New Church, I don't fucking know. I have no idea. You could probably find something for them. I think the New Church should be torturing both S.E.X and NWA.
Well, they kind of made it seem like that's what was going to happen, and then they kind of haven't done that yet.
No. Okay, here comes Brian Lee again. I'm surprised this match has gone on for so long, too.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. It's because all these matches are starting off so fast and crazy, and then we just slow down, and then it's like, shit, this match is still going on.
Yeah. Gouging the eyes here of James Storm. Chris Harris hasn't really been involved.
Nope.
Thus far.
It's really just been them beating up James Storm. Brian Lee's like, God damn it, James Storm, you better not have a bigger forehead than me.
This has been a rough show for Chris Harris because he hasn't done much of anything in the ring. And then Vince Russo was like, what are you going to do? Hey, fruitcake, you're going to go model some more underwear?
Yeah, then he gets insulted.
Yeah. Double DDT. We've already seen that spot here tonight, James.
Literally the same exact spot. Damn it.
That's when you know that people they don't talk to each other. They're agents. I don't even know if they have agents.
I'd be surprised. Can James Storm get the tag? Is he going to tag his partner? Yes. Very, very light pop. Woo! And now he's coming in with some fire.
Clothesline. Come on, Harris.
Literally, I don't know if I've just noticed this in TNA or if I'm just starting to notice it more. Every time someone Irish whips someone, it gets reversed and they duck a clothesline every single time. Oh,
wow. That was a good super kick off the neck breaker on Harris. Storm just comes over and super kick slash. 1, 2. Oh. That felt like as if Scott Armstrong didn't know if he was counting to 3 or not.
Yep.
Unusually quiet down. Oh, we got powder. Or it's cocaine. I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute.
It's probably both. Oh, fuck.
Oh, he threw it in his Brian Lee's face. Spear by Harris. 2. Kicks out. Okay.
All right, so we're definitely going for that big match feel that these guys had before where there was all these close counts.
Yeah.
And the crowd was going nuts, and unfortunately, it's not working for them right now.
No. I think this feud has peaked. We're past the peak of it.
Yep. Which if this is the last one, then that's good.
Yeah, but that just shows you that you need to know when to pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm. Slash is tapping out as Belladonna distracts the ref, and here comes James Mitchell.
Nashville screw job. Oh, he just hit him in the head with a spike.
Holy shit!
If he's gonna kick out again, ain't he?
No way.
1, 2.
What?
Fucking course.
What? It looked like he just murdered him with a spike. I mean, that was a real.
That's right.
Wait, he's pulling the bob. He's got the belt off.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Next week's going to be a strap match
between these guys. It's actually the last match. Oh no! Don't turn around, Scott.
I feel as if he purposely turned around. Is that DQ?
No, but Brian Lee is in the ring and he's got something in his hand. Probably nuts.
I don't know. 1, 2.
No, maybe he didn't. Oh, no, he did. He just threw something out of the ring, I think.
He definitely had something.
Yeah, what's that? Something right there. I'm pointing in as if you can see me, but...
Head scissors by James Storm. That guy just got hit with a spike, and now he's doing head scissors. Okay. Well, Brian Lee showing... See, now that he needed the belt, his pants just fell down.
Oh, it was his belt? That's funny.
He hits a tombstone on Storm. His pants fell down. He had to pull him up. He got a 2 count. So if he didn't have to pull up his pants, he probably would have won. Oh, are we going to get another one? No.
Oh.
Can he get to his feet?
Yeah, he got to it.
Yeah, Brian Lee helped him, though, by putting his hand down. Oh, God. 1, 2. Another kick out. We're just killing all the finishers here tonight.
How can you hit the Undertaker with a tombstone and pin the Undertaker? You cannot do it.
It's never happened.
Can't do it.
Sure.
Slash has a chair
I'm sure
now.
I'm sure Kane hit the tombstone and beat him before.
Well, that's different. It's his brother. This is his cousin. It's different.
You're right. It's a direct bloodline. That's what gets it.
Yeah. Oh.
What the? Here, Storm with the roll through. I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused.
Oh, into the chair? Oh, shit.
I didn't even know the chair was in there.
Belladonna got on the ring apron and looked like she just pulled her pants up into her butt cheeks to show Scott Armstrong. And now he's like, oh, wait, shit, there's a pin.
1, 2. Oh, my fucking God. Okay, so we've gotten power, a belt shot, a title belt shot, and then a belt for around your waist, a chair.
Scott Armstrong pretending that he doesn't see anything that's happening. He's literally walking around like, whoa, hey, you stay there, buddy. I know he's got a chair, but fucking stay right there.
You stay right there, pal. Jawbreaker.
Oh, fuck.
You got to kick the chair further. Okay. You just decked Mitchell. That's not fair. Brian Lee, what are you doing? Just get in the ring. Death sentence onto the chair. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
All right, so we have new champions. Chris Harris is freaking out over it. We did it. I told you, James. I told you we would do it. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. All right. Well, I can be supportive of this.
Oh, Goldie standing by with Bob Armstrong again. Oh, he's coming right now. Here he is. Bob, tell us, who the fuck was on the phone with you? Goldie, just slap him. Who the fuck was on the phone, Bob? Hey, wait, you can't go in that locker room. That's S.E.X's locker room.
Is that? No, it's not. That's a different locker room.
That was a different one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, look, they're hanging up a kendo stick?
Well, at least we know what the poll's going to be about.
Wait, look at.
Come on, lady. You're supposed to be dancing.
Oh, shit. Oh.
That guy's head was placed.
Oh, it's an axe handle on a pole match.
Oh, great. That's perfect. I love a good axe handle on a pole match. Kurt Hennig, who is also wearing a belt.
And one pant leg in the boot, one pant leg out of the boot. He's going to get hit. Look how slow he's going. Right? Why is he going so slow?
No, he's going to get to the ring safely.
Wait. Tell me he's going to fight David Flair right now.
This is the match of the year. If David Flair comes walking through the crowd for an axe handle on a pole match.
Oh boy, he's going to talk.
At least match of the night.
Remember, I took down Brock Lesnar at 35,000 feet. He just did the saddest gum slap I've ever seen.
Because he's wrestling David Flair. Okay.
He's got a saying in the wrestling business. It goes like this. Paying the dues in the wrestling business, $141 million.
Taking down Brock Lesnar and playing priceless.
Priceless.
Oh, fuck yourself. See, get the hell out of
here. I knew he was going to say it again. He has to. It's like his gimmick now. I took down Brock Lesnar, by the way.
Right.
Oh, fuck yeah. It is David Flair. All eyes on this match. Ooh, runs in your family blood that you're going to be a no-show. I'll tell you what.
Oh, I can smell a rat when you come. Now, David Flair tried to attack from behind, and he failed. Now, Hennig is just going to chop him in the corner.
Well, this is a match I definitely was waiting to see. I couldn't wait for this.
I'm going to tell you right now, it looks real weird for David Flair to be in wrestling gear.
I was gonna say, I mean, the gear.
He should be in jeans and a t-shirt. He's wearing actual wrestling gear. This is just ridiculous.
Look at they're chopping each other on the outside of the ring, and I feel like Flair does not want to take the chops
100%.
because he knows Kurt Hennig's gonna stiff the fuck out of him.
Yeah. I cannot believe that TNA decided, hey, let's bring in David Flair. I'm surprised WWE got rid of him because David Flair is a star. I mean, what are we doing here? He could have main evented WrestleManias.
Well, and get ready for Daphne to come in because shit's gonna get real.
Well, you know what? If they have Daphne coming in for a tryout, why don't we bring back Crowbar?
Wait a second, what's that? There's a burlap sack ringside on the stairs, and they just showed it, but we don't know what it is.
It's probably an axe handle.
The axe handle is up very high. Like, I don't think anyone's...
There's no way they're getting it.
It's very high up. Trademark Flair, knife edge chops. Is David Flair is doing really great. Look at it. He looks like he's in in-ring shape. I mean,
I don't know about that.
he's destroying Kurt Hennig. Kurt Hennig is wrestling like he's in a street fight. He got his fucking cowboy boots and jeans on.
David Flair does have a similar body to his father.
Yes, he does.
Flabby in the middle, and then flabby all over.
Look, he's gonna get it.
David's gotta get it. That pole is awfully high. I mean, you're gonna have to actually climb the pole to get to it. It looks like. Oh,
Electric chair.
Yeah.
Hennig's like, nah, dude, it's my turn. I'm gonna get it.
I'll go up there.
Oh, look at wait.
He's telling Chris Vaughn to go get it.
Oh my God, he actually hit it. Okay. So first off, he actually got it for him. Holy shit!
God, and then he just shoved him off the apron.
All right. So first off, yeah. So he got it for him. Second, he actually had to climb onto the pole to get it, and I guess.
Did he just win? Oh my fucking God!
Wait, that's not how you win these. I thought. Oh, I guess in this one it was the first man who gets it.
He grabbed it and then hit him. Oh, what's this? Flair just hit him with the sack.
What's it, a fucking tray?
It's probably a snake.
And he hit him that hard with it.
What's this? Is a python? What is it? Is this Jake the Snake Roberts?
I can't believe how... I mean, not that I expected anything special, but that was wicked short.
Well, I'm thankful for that.
Yeah,
there's no need for a long David Flair Kurt Hennig match.
I mean, I don't disagree.
See, now the crowd didn't even know how to react to that because he won, and then Kurt Hennig was like, "Yeah, that's right, I won. Cheer me."
That match went 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
You know what? That's probably about 2 minutes and 15 seconds too long, in my opinion.
So he's just taking the sack. He's like, "Nope, I'm leaving with it. Nope."
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Wait, he's looking in the bag. He's like, oh, yeah. Okay, is this like the mystery thing? Like, we're not going to show what's in the bag for a while?
That might be... I feel as if that's a crutch for TNA. They reveal one thing 1 week, and then they're like, okay, well, we need to do another reveal, so we have to do something for 3 more weeks.
Oh, Goldie's outside the locker room area of Sports Entertainment Extreme. Oh, no, that is a different locker room. Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't tell Goldie.
They don't even have a door.
No.
They have a curtain. Desire is looking at it.
Oh. They try to cut away, and then it's like she missed her cue.
Haven't you heard?
Goldie's giving her sass, and I feel like she doesn't like it. She's like, have you heard? Goldie's like, what?
Yeah. Stay away from my boys.
I'm an interviewer.
Doing my job. Oh, really? What?
Oh,
Oh. She.
so she just took Goldie by the hair and threw her down. And who's Athena?
Athena? Well, she's getting her butt kicked too by Desire. Come on, Athena. What the fuck?
Athena and Desire are going at it. Goldie is finally back to her feet. Sonny Siaki keeps trying to pull Desire off.
Athena's getting her butt kicked.
Yeah, well.
She didn't really do well there.
Crowd's going nuts, though, because they want Athena.
Well, why wouldn't they do this in front of the crowd?
Well, they are. The crowd's there.
In the corner.
Well, yeah, but they are chanting for Athena.
All right, well, we're at 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 11 seconds as we get more close-up shots of women dancing in cages. That's not Lollipop. Give us Lollipop. Go to the other one.
I like this one, too.
Oh, she's all right. But Lollipop's our girl. You know what? S.E.X better not fucking beat up Lollipop at any point. Because that will really make them heels in my book.
Oh.
You know what? Knowing David Flair, he's probably dating her.
Literally.
Son of a bitch.
Yet to come, Jeff
right.
Jarrett
Jeff
versus
Jarrett
all
three
Triple
dudes.
X.
Is it a handicap? It's 3 separate matches, right? So like a gauntlet?
That's what it seems like.
Next week.
Sonny Siaki and Desire. Oh. The title is on the line. Oh, it sounds like it's
Amazing
probably
Red.
going to be Amazing Red. Yep.
Okay.
For the X title. That's a big X Division title match.
Yeah, it is.
And then what's this like? Not only that, next week, America's Most Wanted.
Why is he so aggressive towards Tenay?
Wait, here comes Mike Sanders.
He was going to say Divine Storm. Whoa.
Telling Mike Tenay, you're a piece of shit. He's trying to rip the microphone out of his hand. You are SOL.
Wow, Sanders is cussing quite a bit. He's going to give Tenay a chance to let that next week. Are we going to get Whoa, are we going to get a Russo Tenay one-on-one match next week?
Let's do it.
Hell in a cell.
He's had questions for over 2 years about Vince Russo, Tenay says. Oh, he's on the hot seat next week.
All right, well, let's go back to Divine Storm. We'll be taking on America's Most Wanted.
It's like you're going to ask him everything you wanted to ask him. Okay, you got it.
Okay, well, they're not continuing that.
Well,
Whose
that was
music
weird.
is this?
Oh, Christopher Daniels.
The main event? Well, the beginning of the gauntlet match. Okay. Hunka Hunka Happy Birthday Elvis. Okay. So they're going Daniels. I wonder. So the order of this match, I'm going to say it's going to be Daniels, Skipper, Low Key. If it's that way, Low Key better win. One of these guys, whoever is in the last match, needs to win.
Yeah, and of course Jarrett gets an entrance that we can't even see because it's so dark in this arena, but he's the star, so he gets the star entrance.
Oh, yeah.
Now, does he have the belt with him? Okay, he does, because he hasn't any other time tonight.
Well, the title's not a prop.
Well, I know that, but...
I'm going to say. Gotta come out, and he threw it on the ground.
Okay,
show some respect to it.
It's not a fucking prop, and then he comes out and just takes it right off.
And throws it on the ground. Don't worry about it.
My world. Okay, Christopher Daniels, Jeff Jarrett starting off here.
You know, for the wrestling, the crowd has been pretty dead.
Yes.
I'd be a little concerned about that. Jarrett avoiding a dropkick and then slowly catapults Daniels over the top to the floor.
Jarrett's like, can I go out there? Rudy Charles is like, no, brother. He's like, okay, fine. Okay. I'm a good guy now.
It's
Let me
against the
taunt.
rules.
I'll do a strut. You want to see the strut? I'll do the strut.
4 months ago, if you told me I wouldn't be able to do that, I'd get my guitar and smash you over the head with it, you son of a bitch. But I've changed.
Yeah, I do shit differently now.
I'm a good guy.
Daniels getting reverse Irish whip. Look, he ducked the line. I'm telling you, dude, it happens every fucking match.
Yeah, ever since you pointed that out.
I've noticed it for a couple weeks now, but like I was hoping I was just imagining it.
You know who really hates Irish whips, but they like throw them by their neck, back of their neck?
Oh,
Jim Cornette.
oh,
And it's a very valid point. Like if I were to throw you into the ropes by your neck, you're probably not going far.
yeah. That's a good point.
Come on, Daniels. Maybe. Well, see, I don't think I understand the rules here. If Daniels were to pin Jarrett, is it over, or is there still 2 more matches?
I would say it's over, but I guess I don't know what kind of match this technically is.
I don't either. They did say 3 matches, so it's not a matter of like, if I lose the first match, it's not 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, I took that as I still think it's like a gauntlet.
Yeah.
As Daniels gets dropped down, and of course, we're calling for the figure 4, and it's locked in.
David Flair does it better. Well, he fucking countered that really quick.
When Jarrett does a figure 4, I feel like it always gets countered really quick. Hey, speaking of Jeff Jarrett, this has nothing to do with this match, but I happen to notice something. So we obviously just covered the WWA Eruption show on a recent bonus episode, our last bonus episode. So I don't know why I clicked on it, but I clicked on the YouTube video because you can watch it on YouTube. We did mention that on the episode. There's like a couple minutes right at the beginning that we didn't see on our version where Jeff Jarrett arrives in a limo. He gets out of the limo and Bill Behrens and I forgot who else is with him are like, hey, you're not allowed in this building. You're banned. And Jeff Jarrett's like, well, damn it. I'll be back when I want. And then he punches Bill Behrens and then leaves.
What?
Yeah. So we were like, oh, this is weird. Jarrett's not on the show. Well, apparently he was there. He just didn't wrestle. Isn't that weird?
Well, I would imagine that was part of a tour where he actually probably competed on.
Yes, that's what I think too.
Yeah, but that's just funny that they would fly him over there and then proceed to not have him wrestle on the pay-per-view version of it.
I agree. I thought it was really weird.
That makes no sense.
Even if he was added and made it a 3-way title match, I think that would have been fine.
Yeah, why not?
Needless to say, the show sucked. If you want to hear us talk about it, check out bonus episode number 4. As Christopher Daniels goes to the outside and jumps back in with a springboard leg drop.
A slingshot.
Slingshot, whatever.
He didn't springboard off the ropes.
Oh yeah, I know, but he used the ropes. He went fast. Sorry, I'm not Bob. I don't write for WrestlingRecaps.com. A great wrestling resource if he just fucking numbers the TNA pay-per-views correctly.
I don't consider the recap shows to be fucking pay-per-views.
Well, you're wrong.
Recap shows.
You don't know shit, but it was still a pay-per-view.
It's not original programming.
It was. They had interviews.
Whatever. No,
Okay.
that doesn't count.
Oh, I got him. Ooh.
Whatever. This guy. I'm not doing it.
Uh-oh. Best moonsault ever? Is it going to be? 1,
Best
2.
moves up.
Oh.
No.
Jarrett moves, but he lands.
Don't these guys wrestle again at like what? Slammiversary 2007? Oh god, the stroke. Is he gonna pin him clean? No.
Fuck.
Oh.
I told you it was going to be Daniels. Oh, shit.
Oh, here's the Skipper, former Cruiserweight champion. I feel he's definitely going to beat Elix Skipper. Give me a break.
I could see the low-key one just ending in a DQ or something. I don't think he's going to actually pin all 3 of them.
You know, this is how I would do it. All right. I would have Elix Skipper to lose this match by DQ because he's going to beat the shit out of Jeff Jarrett with a chair or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then Low Key comes in, puts a dragon sleeper on him, and he's passed out because he's hurt too much.
There you go.
BG James is on commentary now.
Awesome.
I think it's BG.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I can't wait for a Mike Tenay Vince Russo match.
It sounds like it's going to be a sit-down interview, which also makes no sense.
It's 100% what that is, but I can just pretend that it's going to be a match.
Tenay is standing up at the announce table.
Well, what's BG? I'm assuming you saw that from a different camera. Okay.
Yes. Oh, so he took Don West's seat. Is Tenay still standing? Oh, no, he's sitting now. Don West got a different headset on.
Oh, Skipper.
Oh, no.
So Skipper was faking a dive and he was going to float over to the apron, but, well, that didn't work out so well, and he landed directly on his head.
And he nearly broke his neck, but he recovered quick enough that it was just like, oh, okay, he's fine. But now they're fighting in the crowd. The crowd noticed it as well because they were like, oh.
They sure did. No, you know what? Skipper's known to do that type of stuff. He has great moves. He does great moves. But then there's usually that one move in like almost every match where it's like, don't push it, Elix, because that's going to hurt you real bad.
Yeah, that was close, man.
Yeah, that was not good.
If you notice there in the white shirt with the sunglasses, I think that's Sabu sitting in the crowd. I'm just kidding.
So Sabu's desperate for a booking. He is sitting in the crowd now.
Jarrett was trying to fold that chair so you could like sit on it, and it fucked up. So he picked it up and hit Skipper in the head. Speaking of Sabu, did you see recently the last chapter of his book came out where he just shit on everyone who wouldn't sell for him?
So here's the thing. I have that book.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Have I read it? No. But I was surprised that was actually at the end of it. Yeah, no, I bought it really solely kind of for that reason. I thought largely it would be him shitting on people and also not being properly edited. So,
yeah, that's fair. Hey, Skipper and Jarrett are still fighting in the crowd. They're kind of going toward the Sports Entertainment Extreme locker room.
That's usually not a good sign for Jeff.
Don West's headset he uses now sucks.
Sounds like he's on the radio.
He's on like
calling into. Yeah, he's calling into a radio program.
It's at the bottom. You're gonna see Don West is on the phone. Okay, we're back in the ring. Oh wait, usually Jeff Jarrett does the sleeper holds here.
Can you get him to fall asleep? Probably not.
Look at how they're keep going bobbing up and down.
Is BG James is talking as if he's going to be the next challenger for Jeff Jarrett.
Well, yeah, it's kind of weird.
I don't want to see that. I've seen that enough. Oh, and Jeff is finally laying on the mat.
BG James just threatened to ring the bell, and Mike Tenay goes, "Don't you dare touch it."
Dallas, if I were to put you in a sleeper hole, how long before you think you would fall asleep?
Well, with your gorilla arms, it'd probably be pretty quick.
Wow. You're only saying that because you would be choking on my arm hair and not because I'm choking you out with my arm.
No, I meant because your arms are big as fuck and they'd wring my neck.
My arms are not big as fuck.
Compared to me, they are.
You have bigger arms than I do.
Okay, I don't know about that.
If I were to put you in a head scissors with my enormous caps, I mean, you would probably be unconscious within about 10 seconds.
Okay, I can see that.
I have spaghetti arms. So
if you did like a nerve hold to me, dude, you'd pop my nerves.
No. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. We're still in a sleeper hold.
I mean, yeah, this is something. And we have just hit the 1 hour 40-minute mark.
Come on, Jeff. So that usually means we have probably, what, about 15 minutes left, roughly?
Roughly, yeah. I didn't see how long this pay-per-view was, but
I didn't either. We're definitely less than 20.
yes.
Come on, Jeff. Go get him. Helix getting pummeled in the corner of the right hands. For a guy who was just falling asleep, he's really forceful with right hands here.
Oh,
Sherman suplex by Helix. Oh, Daniel's at ringside. This isn't a tag match. This referee's.
Oh,
come on. Daniels, he slips.
Oh.
He clothesline skipper on accident. No.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, here comes Loki.
Okay, so Skipper just got pinned after a crossbody from Daniels, so that happened.
We have a new referee. Andrew Thomas is now in instead of Scott Armstrong.
As Loki chokes Jeff Jarrett in the corner with his foot.
I mean, they have to be aware that if you beat the new heels like this, it does not help them get over in the fans' eyes because you have no credibility.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at this. If I'm a fan here in Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett just beat two guys that are larger than Loki. Loki looks like a child.
Yeah.
He should be able to beat Loki then.
Yeah. Crowd's training for Loki, though, which is not great if he's, you're supposed to hate him.
I'm telling you, just kick Jarrett right in the head. One time. Loki pins him 1, 2, 3. Oh, God,
fuck.
He's going for the stroke. That was a bad kick.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Not a good one. But Jarrett sold it because that's what you do. Elbow drop for a 3-2 count. It's all right.
Oh,
He's tapping. He is submitting.
Bro, he's definitely tapping out right there.
He's literally screaming in pain that he's submitting. What are we waiting for here? 1, 2, no kick out. That's all right. Oh, now he's chopping away. Come on. I'm an angry young kid. I'm going to fucking chop you in the corner and hit you with right hands.
I'm pissed.
I fucking hate you. I'm so mad.
Well, so put it this way. This match, there's no way is going for the rest of the time. So whether or not it ends clean or it's a fucked finish, there's definitely going to be some promo after.
I would imagine, yeah.
As Loki puts a headlock in case we haven't seen enough headlocks.
Now, again, I don't think this would really hurt because if you look at Loki's arms, they're not very muscular here.
Yeah, so it's kind of like if I put Bob in a headlock, that's kind of what it would look like. It's kind of like little pasty arms, white and pasty, and Bob's like kind of choking out. He's pretending he's selling it for me, but really it's not hurting him.
Right. I'm trying to make sure that, your girlfriend's impressed. Like, oh, wow, Dallas can actually defend my honor.
Mm-hmm.
Little does she know, she's not safe.
BG James is so fucking annoying on commentary.
I think he's doing a great job.
You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, I am. You know who would do a great job on commentary?
Oh, who's that?
David Flair.
Well, of course, he's gonna win Wrestler of the Year in 2003. If I had to, take
if he is not the NWA World Champion by my birthday in 2003, I will be pissed. Go get him, Jeff. Drop him over that guard railing. That's right.
Oh, that had to hurt.
He just bruised.
He's like, y'all want me to do it again? Just kidding. I'm gonna Irish whip him into our new sign.
Don West's headset ain't working because he's yelling, but nobody can really hear him. Oh my God! Right into the announcer's table.
JB's like, God damn it, we can't hear anyone over here.
Oh. Oh, Don West must have plugged in his headset. Now we can hear him. Come on, break it. Have the guy that weighs 80 pounds break the announcer's table. Do it.
Look at that guy wearing a Macho Man outfit and striped Zubaz.
He sure is. That's my
As
type of
Loki
guy.
gets hit with a chair, and it's relaxed rules, bro, so no DQ.
I bet it is relaxed, bro. Yeah, I mean, so Dallas, he just used a chair. That should be a disqualification.
Yeah. And now Loki's using it. So now you can might as well DQ Loki, right?
Nope. No, if you're not going to do it for Jarrett, you can't do it for Loki.
I was just hoping they would. So
Andrew
I could
Thomas
be like,
is not doing a good job as referee. On the apron, key with a shoulder, and he's going to...
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, so he's got the Dragon Sleeper on.
Okay.
See, now this is where I would have him win clean. Have him pass out. I doubt that's what they're going to do here. Yeah, he's got body scissors, and he's got a standing Dragon Sleeper, and Jeff Jarrett is showing determination. He must have had a coffee or something. He's not falling asleep tonight.
I know.
He can't even see the ropes the way that it's...
Oh, shit.
But
come on, Jarrett.
it looks like he's tapping. What is going on? Oh, okay. Daniels and Skipper at ringside. There's two referees preventing them from getting in the ring.
Any other wrestler would have tapped out. That's why this is like kind of annoying.
Well, see, if this is Loki's finisher, you're kind of killing the finisher.
What the fuck?
Jarrett got to the ropes. Let's see, this is just ridiculous. This era of Jeff Jarrett just drives me nuts.
Because like he's fucking gonna put himself over, and it's annoying.
Yeah. Comes off the ropes with a boot to the face. Does Loki. Oh, slapping his forehead. Come on, Jarrett. Come on, you piece of shit. Coming off the ropes. Oh, Jarrett blocks a kick. Leg sweeps Loki, and he's signaling for the figure four. He's done absolutely zero leg work, so I don't know how that would work.
Loki's mocking him and going for it now.
You go, woo.
Oh. Okay. He got like slapped with Jarrett's foot.
Jarrett with a low-key kick to Loki. Whoa. Backdrop. Bam. Daniels is on the apron. He gets knocked off. So is the Skipper. He gets knocked off too. Oh. Drop kick to the knee. Great. Put him in the figure four, Loki, and then win the match. Oh, I'm set up for a kick. Bam. There's one to the chest. And another one. He's all fired up. Here we go.
He's not gonna hit it. Fuck.
Oh, Jarrett ducked.
What?
Low blow. The stroke. No. Kick out. No, don't. Someone come out. No. 1, 2. Thank God. Okay.
Bullshit. You can't throw the match out. They were just using chairs.
Yeah, it makes no sense. So, realistically, Jeff Jarrett was about to beat all three of these guys.
Yeah, but so Skipper and Daniels ran in, broke up the pin, and they called for the bell.
It's horrible. That is such bad booking if I've ever seen it.
Well, they're saying Jarrett won by DQ anyway, so that's annoying, but whatever.
Man, I feel, is someone gonna, well, it's probably whoever Bob Armstrong was talking to on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Right at the end, he's going to come in and save Jarrett.
Yeah. I wonder who it will be.
I think it's going to be someone we've already seen, and we're going to be disappointed.
Yeah. You're probably right. What's this? Lenny Lane's come out.
No, it's going to be like
Buff Bagwell, he's back.
Buff Bagwell, yeah, or like, oh, it's Apollo.
Apollo. Oh, the Road Warriors. Well, we already saw them here tonight.
Oh yeah, we already knew they were here. Hawk's no-selling the fuck out of them, which is funny.
Well, as he really realistically should be. So, you know what? This is a bad format because if you save the Road Warriors for this, the crowd would be exploding. They'd be like, holy shit. Legion of Doom, this is nuts. But well, instead, it's like we've already seen it. Oh, God.
It's like the same thing we've seen in a lot of WCW bonus shows that we've done where Hogan comes out halfway through the show and then he comes out again. Now, they fucking love Hogan, of course, but it's just like, come on. Oh, is that Styles?
Device. Yeah, sure is. Doomsday Device to Daniels. AJ Styles with a springboard dropkick to Animal, and then he kicked Hawk. Oh, a fucking heel kick to Jarrett that took his head off.
Wicked nice.
He's pummeling him here on the mat. Okay, so that's really interesting that AJ Styles got to take out the Road Warriors, essentially.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
Oh, here comes Vinny Rue. Come on, who was on the phone with Bob Armstrong, man? God. You know, it's probably like his nephew or something, like a young kid.
Oh, Styles had the Styles Clash on Jarrett. Daniels is choking out Hawk, and the rest of them are beating the shit out of Animal ringside.
You know, PG James is in there right now. If I had to guess, it sure would seem as if Road Warriors might be sticking around here.
Kind of does look like that, huh? As Styles just hit the spiral tap on Jeff Jarrett. And Russo's in the ring. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. He's trying to, it's like helping his like younger brother. Hey, you did good job, man. Come on, we're good. Yeah, you won the game. Good job. Try it again next time when it means something.
I don't think. Okay, so AJ doesn't seem to be warming up to this whole Vince Russo thing. He's leaving through the crowd, but not on the sex side.
And Russo says, go get him. Like, what? Look at these shitty-ass kicks that BG James is doing.
Hey, he's literally hitting him with his shin.
And he's slapping his knee. Wicked, obviously. Here comes the table.
Desire. David Flair's out, thank God. That's how you know Jeff Jarrett's not going to recover, because David Flair's in the ring.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're at an hour, 52 minutes, and 36 seconds. So we still got, like, a couple minutes left here.
Who's on the phone? Where's Bob Armstrong?
Oh, yeah, come on.
Triple X around the ropes here. Oh, yeah. God, what are they going to do? Jarrett's on the table. There's some...
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. It's Dusty Rhodes.
Look how slow he's getting in the ring, and like I feel like no one's moving.
Tell me right now that he just hit Don with his hat.
I love how he hit him with the hat.
Low blow for BG James. Jabs. Wiggle, dance a little bit, and elbow. It was BG James. All right, so Dusty Rhodes. Okay, we're going off the air on that. So Dusty Rhodes was the guy on the phone apparently, and by the looks of it, he just cleaned out S.E.X.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes did. It was cleared out. See, all right. That was a disappointing show.
Okay, yeah. Well, first off, before we forget, that show was about an hour and 53 minutes and 23 seconds.
Yeah.
And, well, let's just say, because we obviously happened just so quickly, that Dusty Rhodes thing should have been more exciting.
Yeah.
But instead it was like, oh, it's Dusty. And then they kind of, most of them just ran away, and he did a couple elbows, and then we went off air. It was like, that's it. We don't have couple more minutes.
Right.
If there was I feel like we needed some music, or like just something to like, oh shit, what is that? Instead it was just kind of like, oh, there he is. He just strolled out.
I mean, I kind of get it because he's not part of the company. So if you were to have there be music, it might spoil it to some extent here.
Yeah, but I think the crowd would have popped pretty loud for it, and then it would have been at least a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Yeah, I think I gotta agree with you though, man. It wasn't a bad show, I don't think, but it was definitely after how we ended 2002, I think we needed more to start the year, and we kind of like didn't have that.
I think it's disappointing just because they didn't book the groups very well. They didn't book S.E.X very well. They didn't continue it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't come out as looking strong to me at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think for me that's kind of like really disappointing.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't the best show we've seen, and I think it was a kind of a disappointing way to start out 2003.
It absolutely was. Now some of the action was okay.
Yeah, so
but the crowd was just so dead.
the crowd was dead. So I think for me though, this was definitely an average show. I think this was very in the middle for me. I wasn't like super disappointed. Like I wasn't like, fuck, these matches suck. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a couple bad ones, but I still think it was pretty average. Nothing special, nothing super bad.
Yeah, it's average, but I'm gonna be saying I'd be leaning more towards a thumbs down.
Yeah,
because you close out 2002 really well, and then you're coming into this thinking, okay, cool, we got S.E.X in here, and you know, there's stuff to be excited about, and then you just kind of fail to follow up on it very well. I hate that Jeff Jarrett essentially beat all three dudes.
No, I don't like that at all.
He hit the stroke on Loki. He was pretty much pinning him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty bad. I'm kind of curious to see where they would go with Dusty. Like, what's the point of that? Where is he gonna wrestle? Is he just gonna be a figure for TNA? But I don't know. It was just kind of too lackluster for my liking.
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely is. It's putting us in a weird spot, for sure.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see what kind of happens as we move forward. Because I guess I don't really know what's going to happen. We know we kind of know 2 matches next week, which is America's Most Wanted versus Divine Storm. You kind of heard him say. And then
the way that he got cut off is, I wonder if that's not happening.
Oh, maybe.
But he was definitely saying Divine Storm.
And then we know that Sonny Siaki is defending against Amazing Red.
Right.
Okay, I guess. Are you buying that pay-per-view? Because I don't know. I don't know if I'm coming back.
No, I mean that's the only 2 things announced. Yeah.
Yeah, that leaves us that's a tough spot to leave us. So,
we need. They should be announcing their main events each week. I think by the end of the show, like, we should know what the big match is going to be.
Yeah, the going off the air like suddenly, like sometimes works, but like sometimes you gotta kind of wrap things up a little bit. You can't do that every single week.
That kind of works for a TV product.
Yeah,
and I guess I guess it really kind of depends on how they handle their website.
That's true too. I don't know.
I mean, like, who knows? I don't know how they would be promoting stuff on there too.
That's true.
That probably plays a factor as well. So
no, I agree with that.
I don't know. Well, we got what? So Dusty Rhodes made his debut, and then also Mike Sanders officially made his debut.
Mm-hmm.
Which we kind of had speculated.
Yeah, that's been talked about for a little while. So
yeah,
in that sense, I mean, it's cool. I mean, so far you're right. We just saw 2 people this time instead of just 1. So we're on track already. Show 1.
I'm telling you right now, I would be shocked if we didn't get at least 60 different people debuting in this year. At least. Hey,
maybe we need to start keeping track. That might be
whether it's one-offs or whatever. At least 60, my guess. And we've already had 2. So 52 shows a year. You can miss a couple of weeks and still get to 60 at the average of 2 a week. Oh well. Dallas, you got anything else for the conclusion of this week's episode.
No, I don't really think I do. If you're new to the podcast and you're just listening because you're like, oh, 2003 sounds way better than 2002, be sure to follow us on Twitter. We're at Cross the Line TNA, and on Facebook we are TNA Cross the Line Pod. And then we're also I post all the podcasts on YouTube as well, and you can listen. You're obviously listening if you're hearing us talk right now, but Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, etc., etc. So I think that wraps it up for me, though.
All right. Well, I'm certainly not giving up hope on 2003. There's definitely some really good stuff still to come. So hopefully you guys continue to listen and watch along with us. But until next week, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.